How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the live stream. Happy Friday. Hope you all are very well. Oh, hang on. It's a Dorito stuck in my throat. And I'm not just saying that. Hi, sorry. And apologies to everybody in the UK. I wanted to come on even earlier. I wanted to do an earlier live stream because I know I got a lot of awesome people across the pond, as they say. And every time I do my live streams, it's far too late in the evening for everybody. So I hope a bunch of you are here and are able to tune in on the actual live stream. And I hope you're having a great whatever day of the week it is for you. I know for the upside down folk, it's already Saturday morning, but hey, look how lucky I am. I've got 2 blue wrenches in here, and one of them's already super annoying. But also, hello, Renee. How are you? All right, so I'm going to give some hellos and shout-outs here in the chat before we move on. Just, it's TGIF. We made it through another week, everybody. Yay! All right, so I'm just going to start at the top of what I see here. So forgive me if I miss you, but I will do my best. So I said hello to Renee. We'll say hello to Kevin as well. Hello, sir. How are you? And I like my beer. Yes. There's Sarah Rose Murphy. I can't crack a beer with you. Well, this is your problem, not mine. Frama is here. Sheila Kane is here. We've also got Vintage Vehicle Adventures. Hello. Oh, you're on Lethbridge. Is it windy down there tonight? It was windy here in Calgary not too long ago. Excuse me. My apologies. We got Marajan Pappy. Hello. I don't know what flag that is. I can't see it. It's black cross and a red flag. Hello, Matthew and Penny, says Nancy Shad. Penny's passed out on the bed, as she usually is. Momo Monster is here. First live stream. Well, welcome to the live chat. Hopefully you ready to strap in for a little bit of fun shenanigans, questions and answers, and all that good stuff. Shane B is here. Why so early? So we can chat with the people in the UK, sir, and anywhere else that's over there. Maybe somebody's out in Ireland, Scotland, want to say hi. We got Samster here, Canadian Nat, Steve Martin. Wonder if that's the Steve Martin. No, he's over in the UK. You can stay, sir. Hello. Habitual Angel is here. Vicky Martin. Hello, hello. Karen Stevens, Stacy Noble. It is a beautiful day to be sitting outside. There is Lynette Thoreau. As well as Night Nurse, Leah. Hello from Dallas, Texas. Hope you're having a great weekend. Well, it's just starting, so I hope to have a great weekend, but you as well, my dear. Victoria Baker is here. Robert Cons, big hi from Robert in Sydney, Australia. He's in the future. It's Saturday morning there. We got Shani Jones from the UK. Hey, no, UK. Melissa says, I thought I accidentally got elevated and lost a few hours of the day. Oh, hi, Melissa. How are you? Stingray is here. Hello, sir, as well as KB. We got Karen Shields and Tim Walker. Hello, hello. Paperbag Nomad. Sup to you. David M is here. Vernon and his beautiful wife, Lisa, are in the van as well. There is Jackie Lucky Angel. Hello, my dear. I saw you earlier, of course, as you do. Just shouting out the countdown to the Patreon meetup. But who's actually counting, right? Rocksteady is here from Colorado. Let's Go Look is here as well. Sup to you. We got Tanya Goodier. Is it Goodier or Goodier? I'm gonna go with Goodier. It's fancier. She's saying hello to you, Penny. Wake up. She could give a tiny rat's ass right now. We got Attaboy Savannah. Attaboy Savannah. How are you? Mark Napier is here, as well as Steve Peters and Corrine. Roam the roads less traveled. Says hi from it's Jason Kelly. Hi from Jason Kelly and sorry, it's Corrine and Jason Kelly. I'm just all over the place tonight. We're also watching War in the Woods down in Texas Drag Race. Interesting choice. We've got Kurt is here from Belgium, 11:35 p.m. I did my best, sir. Michelle Bloom is here. Oh, there's Ashley Lamborghini, my future ex-wife. I'm at Chili's, but once I got a couple margs in me and I'm home, it's over for all of you. She's at Chili's. Why does Texas get to still have Chili's, but I don't get to have them up here? That's ridiculous. Have a steak fajita for me, please. Joanne Turner is here, as well as Sean S. And David and the Traveling Ferret, or just David Traveling, Ferret. Down in Vegas. I bet you're a little bit warmer than I am up here, although it's very nice right now. I can't complain. Catio is here from San Diego. God's Kid. Hello, hello. Tactical Nomad is here as well. The Chief is on tour. Hello to you. Hope you're having a good start to your weekend. It's early, but still. Tim Walker is here. Kathy Wright Johnson. Hello, hello. Tim G. Hello to you, sir. Anita Baker. Hello from KwaZulu Natal, South Africa. Hopefully I nailed. I don't know if I nailed that or not. Jacqueline Marie is here. Lucky Cashing Mama 19. How you doing, my dear? Always good to see you. And Marilyn Citroli is in the van. Hello, hello, hello. Relevant Traveler is here. Hello, my dear. These amazing places. Hello from hotter than hot Florida. I believe you. Who else we got? Heather White. Hello from Northern Ireland. Thanks for the earlier start time. There we go. See, we've got a little look of the Irish in us tonight. Welcome to the van. Oily Adventures. Hey, Matt and Penny from Regina, Saskatchewan. We won't hold it against you. I'm just kidding. Everybody just calm down. There's just Cam and his Jeep. Weird, I'm an hour behind. Yes, sir. You're still bumping around on a coast, are you? Hopefully you're having a safe trip, sir, and enjoying what you can. Layla Mao from Croatia. Wow. Hello to you. And we've got Caroline Brownlee. She's upside down and in Saturday as well, down in there in New Zealand land. Jeeper is here over on Vancouver Island. You're very close to Cam and his Jeep. You guys get here and go Jeeping. Just saying. And I think I'm all caught up. So hello to you, Terry and Joshua W. Vlogs from Michigan. Want to send you some stuff. Is that okay? As long as it's compact and not too extravagant. That would be very kind, of course. And Lisa Cara George is here. And excellent. Tim G says, what are we up to this weekend? I don't know what you're doing. I'm going camping. That's what's on the docket for myself. It's myself, Lindsay, Sadie, and my little girl, the pirate princess. So that's what's going on. So this is going to be a live stream like we've been doing the last few times. We're just going to hang out. It's Friday night. It's Friday afternoon at this point. When does it actually become evening for everybody? I think for me it's 6 p.m. Maybe 5 p.m. depending on the day and depending on what you're having for dinner. Not when dinner is, but what you're having for dinner. But anyways, it's Friday afternoon. We're just going to hang out as a Q&A as always, as well as the aforementioned Hangout. So just chilling, and I'll comment on what I can comment on. If you've got questions for me, throw them into the chat. We've gotten into the habit of what makes it easier for me to see your question is if you put 3 capital Qs on the front of your question. Lowercase q's will be ignored. The uppercase Q's could be ignored too if I don't like the question. But on that note, also don't take it personal if I don't answer your question right away. Sometimes these can get a little intense. Although because we're doing this earlier, there might not be as many people here, so maybe more questions can get answered if you have them. Maybe nobody will have questions. We'll just hang out and look longingly into each other's eyes. Okay, anyway. Bobby J says, love the channel from THT. Well, thank you. I don't know what THT is. Tennessee Hardtop. I did my best. Sarah Wright says, QQQ, marry me. I'm going to have to see a ring, Sarah. I don't just bend over backwards for that. It's too early. The jokes aren't going to be quite flying as rapidly yet, but I will graciously decline until you present me with a nice rock, at least in the upper echelon of 20K. Thank you very much. If you had an opportunity, would you move into an RV? Stacy Noble. Probably at this point. I feel like I'm getting a lot of good practice with Lucky and the Jeep, and because I've got Grace. If you don't know, Grace O'Malley is the name of my Jeep Wrangler that I tow around with my tiny home on wheels, otherwise known as the good ship Lucky. And I think so. I think it would be fun. It was actually, it was funny. I was having a conversation with my uncle on my little girl's birthday, and he says the timing was funny because actually, I think it was a year and a half before I decided to do van life, we actually sold my grandparents' old RV. They had a big Pace Arrow. It was like a 1970s or whatever, but it was nice and it was well maintained. A little bit of mechanical work, it would have been completely fine. I mean, at the beginning of my van life, that probably wouldn't have been the best thing to move into, especially since I wanted to, like, compared to an RV, the cargo van is a little bit more nimble and mobile. But yeah, I think if the opportunity presented itself, I would definitely consider it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. There's my girl, Jacqueline. Oh, she's out camping herself. Hope you're doing well. Jacqueline Marie says, is your refrigerator broke? No, it's not. No, right then. When you're camping, which runs out first, beer or firewood? Firewood. Are you nuts? Come on. You've got to prepare, sir. It's getting hot in the van. I think you need to lose that shirt. Oh, nice. I'm not losing my t-shirt. Kathy Wright Johnson. Everybody needs to calm down. Susan Rachel is here. It's 2:39 p.m. here in BC. I was just going to go grocery shopping, but I'd rather be here. Groceries can wait. They're too expensive in BC anyway. Victoria Baker asks, are you going to work on your boat? Yes, hopefully. Well, I don't know if I'm going to work on it. At this point, it's just a matter of me saving up the money to get a new motor. And I don't know much about mount. I don't know that I could mount it. Engines are heavy. My boat is an outboard motor, so I'd probably have to go somewhere to have all that installed. But that is most definitely a far in the future Matthew problem, unfortunately, because brand new, it's insane. It's like I was quoted at like $14,000 to replace all of that in the boat. So obviously looking at something a little bit more used would be ideal, but that's not at the forefront of my financial needs right now. Mary Lynn Citrulli says, is it scout campers that you like? Yes, that's what I have talked about on the channel before. If you guys don't know, they're like these I don't know, they're super lightweight campers that go in the back of pickup trucks. And yeah, the company's name is Scout. They make 4 different sizes, from teeny tiny ones that can go on the back of like a Ford Maverick all the way up to the biggest one where you'd probably need like a F-250 or a GMC 2500 equivalent. So that's that's a 3/4 ton truck. I think you could get actually away. I think that they are lightweight enough. I think you could get away with putting their largest camper on something like a Tundra or an F-150, but I think you'd probably need at least an upgraded suspension, and I don't think I'd be able to tow Grace with something like that. But yes, Scout campers are the ones that I've had my eye on for a while. Nightner says, when will the next part of your storytelling, Matthew? It's good to hear your background story. Oh, it's coming. I don't know when the next one will be, but it will be the conclusion of part 3 here of chapter 4. That's when this, I think, actually, maybe I had a plan to have 4 parts of the story of Jenna, but probably look for that. I would say maybe around the middle of June, considering it's the end of bloody May already. How did that happen? Holy Dinah. But thank you for the feedback. I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying those stories. Okay, hang on. Groceries are too expensive everywhere. Yes, it's true. Graham Hardy, hello to you. Hello to you. Hang on. Can you make a smoothie with rum? You can make a smoothie with anything if it's liquid. Looking into getting one for my F-150. Oh, for the Scouts. So I think it's the Kenai you want to look at. The Olympia or Olympic or whatever is the biggest one. The Kenai, Kenai, is probably going to be the one that would go really well on an F-150. Careful. You might start to like Scout campers. You might think I'm trying to sell you one, but no, when I see something I like, I research it and educate myself on it, and then I share it with you lovely people. Do I remember what episode Amber made her first appearance? Yes. I don't remember the name of it, but we were installing the rack that my spare tire is on, and she was taking off the roof racks on her van. And Marie Turner, hello, all the way from Wales, UK. See, give you guys an earlier time to log on. Everybody can come say hi from across the pond. I love it. Holy early I'm, says Carol. Also, hello. Hello to you, darling. Hello? What the hell was that? I'm gonna have to take my flannel off soon. It's getting hot in this van. Sorry, flannel's got to go. We're on the cusp of summer. I was just saying this morning, the temperatures here are like obnoxious in the sense that you kind of have to be prepared to dress in two different ways, right? Because you wake up in the morning and it's pretty low temperatures, so you want like jeans, t-shirt, flannel, maybe even a jacket or a sweater, depending on who you are. But as the day goes on, you're gonna need to start peeling those bloody layers off, and you could even be putting yourself into shorts, unless you're Kevin and you just were born in shorts. So, okay. Brenda G from Ontario. Hello to you, my dear. Penny's having a snooze on the bed right now. She's way in the back, but hello. Hope you're having a good Friday and a good start to your weekend. Donnie Loftus picked up a Deadwood Dixon in Sturgis. Yeah, I saw that there was a Deadwood Dixon. I didn't realize that's not one that I've ever seen sold on the site. So I don't know if it's old or exclusive and not sold through their store, but that's cool. If it was you that sent it to me on Facebook, thank you. If not, coincidentally, somebody else also sent me a picture of that flannel on Facebook Messenger. Pretty cool. It's a nice little black orange mix. Did Amber get her back door open? Nay, she did not. Bye-bye. Nancy Spencer. Hi, love watching from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Hello, Nancy. How are you? What is this one? So this, David, you're lucky I saw your question. It's because the chat's going slower and there's not as many people here yet. Put a QQQ on the front of it. That's fine. Matthew, where do you spend most of your time camping in Alberta or another province? Where do I spend most of my time camping? I would say mostly, I guess, if I had to answer that, I mean, go all over the place, but probably Kananaskis is the easiest answer, especially when I'm in Alberta. It's close to Calgary and there's lots of campgrounds throughout that park. So that's usually where I am. Tactical Nomad saw Grace's doppelganger today pulling into McDonald's. He needs us to know this very bad. Sadie from Finland is here. She's been my fan for a whole year. Well, thank you, Sadie. I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying my content and not getting burned out on me. Touristique to Canada is here as well. Hello, hello. Thank you for the tacos and the beer. I appreciate that. My Tiny Journey says, please get the purple animal support Dixon. I might even get that one. Yeah, I was thinking about it, Carol, and I know it's for a good cause, but they really didn't. They really dropped the ball on that bamboo design. It looks almost identical to the 65 roses ones that they did last year or the year before for cystic fibrosis, and I did purchase that one. So you should get it though. Then then it's made up for. If you were going to get it anyway, get it now, and then we've helped out. But yeah, that is, I mean, it's a nice one. I just don't need two Dixon bamboos that I'm not gonna wear. I was gonna get that new one that just came out today, that Zach Brown band short sleeve flannel, which is a first, but $75 for a short sleeve flannel. It's also just a gray flannel. Plus I'm just gonna cut the sleeves off of a flannel I have. Am I cooking dinner for you tonight? Probably not. I considered cooking tonight on the live, but then I got lazy and I didn't go to the store. So no, unless I decide to make eggs. We'll see. Hi, Carrie Jean. How are you? Hope you're having a good start to your weekend. Oh, have I camped in the Cypress Hills either in Alberta or Saskatchewan? No, Chris Parker. Great question. I have not been that way. I should start making my way over to that side of the province a little bit more frequently. So, yeah, I've heard good things about that. There's some nice campgrounds and whatnot. Penny's doing great. She's just sprawled out on the bed, stretching and eyeing me. And hello, darling. Excuse me. How are you? I know it's getting warm in here. Let me crack this window. I've got my fan exhausting. Maybe if I can get a little breezy breeze coming past my head. Maybe if I turn the fan up. Hang on. Go faster, you. Also, my fan's starting to do that stupid squeak again, which means I'm going to have to pull it apart and clean it. I hate that. That maintenance of those Max Air fans, or I guess like any fan, super obnoxious. Hi, Aaron. How are you? Yes, there's other people in the world, not just us here on the North American continent. Lisa says, what is the one thing you would love to do with Lucky that you haven't done yet? Suspension. I want to redo Lucky suspension. I just feel like she could be a little smoother. It would be like a nice peace of mind. And sorry, Amber's bitching that Kevin's doing his job. She's distracting me. Sorry. My apologies to everybody else who's here, the 282 other people that are here besides Amber. I think, yeah, suspension would probably be my go-to. I don't need anything like crazy. I don't know that I necessarily would want to lift on Lucky, although it would be kind of cool to have her look a little bit tougher. But yeah, I think that's it. In terms of, and that's just like regular maintenance stuff, but in terms of like cool stuff, I mean, a high top, I guess, would be nice. That's not going to happen because it's the same thing I always say. It would cause too much problem with the way the build is now. But if we're living in a world where it's like anything I want, high top on Lucky would be cool. But like I said, that would wreck the current build and it introduces the problem of leaking. Do I do any Crownland camping? I have in the past. I have not since I've moved into the van. How long do you think this will go today? I never know, dear. I never know. You never know what you're going to get. Shawnee Hodson says, I never played cribbage. You should give it a shot. It's quite fun. Tonight, Tracy, we just having some Lucky. Simple. Oh, Beaver Flats. I've never been to Beaver Flats. Just Beaver Mines. Oh, yeah, Beaver Flats is down the Elbow Falls way, is it not, Jacqueline? Or am I confusing that with something else? Tim Walker says, what radio stations do you listen to, locally or national, if any, or not? I don't listen to the radio. I haven't listened to the radio in a while. It's like TV. There's too many commercials and ads and stuff. We can just have whatever music we want at the press of a button. DJ personalities aren't anything that like speak to me, because I think that would be like the only reason to listen to a radio is because the DJ personalities draw you, because we're just going to play all the popular music, right, on any given station. So I used to, back in the day, I used to listen to, there's two stations in Calgary. I used to listen to Country 105, which is still around, and CJ 92, which is like older rock. Those are good stations. For a while there was a station called X92.9 or CJ92. Yeah, X92.9. That was more like rock alternative stuff that I was listening to growing up. That was a cool station. I don't know if that one's still around or not. But hey, like Dale, how you doing? Oh, is Camaro Sean here? There he is. Hey, Matthew, love the new outro music. Have you ever considered doing a vlog teaching the basics of cribbage? I have no idea how to play. Actually, I had one of my Patreon supporters reach out to me today, Michael, and asked me to do a video on that. And I know Lindsay and I keep talking about it. So yes, it is in the cards, but it will happen. It's just a matter of when. So we won't be able to do it this weekend. We'll be too busy with the kids, but hopefully on another, if Lindsay and I can find the time to do like another like adults only camping trip, maybe that would be a good time to commit, because I can't imagine it would take too long to teach crib, right? Carlita is here. Great you were doing an earlier one for us across the pond. I did it just for you, my dear. What would I change in that taco burger smash num thing? I would change it. I wouldn't do it Big Mac style. I would just make it a taco just for fun. I would put taco seasoning into the beef instead of like the regular, like the paprika and the garlic salt that I did or whatever, or the onion salt. And I would just make a taco beef patty, like smash burgers, and then just eat them like tacos. I mean, at that point, like, what's the point? But it might, like, why not just make the ground beef and just have a taco? But just that might be a different, like a nice way to approach doing that instead. I am flabbergasted at the amount of people that have like never heard of what a smash burger is, just like in general. That's crazy. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be flabbergasted. Maybe I'm overusing that word. But because I didn't know what a smash burger was until about, I don't know, 10 years ago. But the fact that there's still people like that, I've never heard of a smash burger. It's crazy. Anne Marie Turner says, do you find gabapentin works and do you have side effects? I like it for, I'm not even going to try to say that. And I'm not so sure about it. I'm quite sleepy on it. I haven't had any of the side effects as far as I'm aware. And I have definitely noticed it working. Yeah, I still can get some pretty bad nerve pain, especially near the end of the day. But so far I've been quite fortunate that, yeah, the gabapentin's been working great. Watching from Denmark says is it Dorothy Askov or just Dorth Askov? My apologies. Watching from Denmark, can you see how long we have been following you? I have been with you almost from the beginning. Love your happy way. Well, thank you so much. I don't believe that I have any way of really doing that. Maybe in the back channels of my analytics. I've never looked. But you would have to publicly share your subscription with me as well. I'd have to, like there's a whole bunch of little like check boxes and settings that a person can do. So I don't know, but if that's how long you've been around, I appreciate it. Just like I appreciate everybody. My buddy owns Calgary Spring and Suspension. When you need it, let me know. Thank you, Aaron. I will do that. I don't know that. Yeah, exactly. When I need it is the key thing there. So Debbie says, is your PT helping? It absolutely is. I've had it twice this week, and both times I've gone in, I've been in some sort of discomfort, and just doing that with him helps alleviate that pain for the rest of the day, which is great. So yeah, it's a Am I in a campsite right now, Heather? No, not yet. Our camping trip this weekend is actually a Sunday to Monday trip this weekend. So oh, hello, Lone Wolf. I'm on so early. I know. Wanted to say hello to all the people across the pond a little bit more extensively than we normally do. If you win the lottery tonight, you get in a new van. Oh, if I win the lottery tonight, you get in a new van, and me too. Oh, thank you very much, Relevant Traveler. I appreciate that. I would say you just get your van for you, and you just live the best life that you can live. But that's very kind of you to include me in that. Why was I put in timeout? Probably because you pissed Kevin off by talking about a Jeep in a McDonald's parking lot. Kevin can get a little gun happy. I'll rein him in later if it gets to be too much. Lisa says, Matthew, how's your back doing? It's okay now, especially that I had physical therapy this morning, Lisa. Thank you for asking. But I just ran into a subscriber, Les. Hi, if you're watching, my man. And we were talking about that, and he was asking me about my recovery and whatnot. And it's just, I'm much better off than I was a year ago. This morning, I actually went back and watched the trip to Norbury that we did last year, where it was all of us that went, including my little girl, and I was just in excruciating pain during that trip. And I don't know how I did it at all. Like, I don't know what was happening. It's almost like that was like a lucid dream. I can't believe the amount of pain I was in back then. It's crazy. So I'm very happy that I made the choices I made regarding that situation. Will it ever be normal? Says Karen Shields as a follow-up. I don't know. I'm starting to feel like probably not. I'm never going to be at 100%. You know what I mean? But for now, I'm way better than I was. So I've also got two different. Do I have a bikini top for Grace? No, I don't have a soft top. I've got two different companies that have reached out to me, e-bike companies that want me to review their bikes, and that's not something I would have said yes to before. But now that I've got Brooklyn's bike and a bike rack, which is like spoilers for upcoming vlogs, but whatever, I kind of do want to get one of those. I might even say yes to both and do a giveaway on the other one, but it'd be nice to have a bike and be able to get out there and ride bike with my little girl. So that's probably something that we can look forward to having on the channel soon. I'm getting really far behind, everybody. My apologies. Hello, Amelia. Hello, Chris. Welcome to the channel, you two. Amelia, I hope this is early enough for you, my dear, and you're not staying up too late past your bedtime. Am I afraid of getting addicted to Gabbies? No, I'm not. Because I've already weaned myself down. I started when my back surgery was done. I was at 900 milligrams, and I've gotten myself down to 300 milligrams a day now. So, any advice on starting a YouTube channel? Great to see you. Thank you, Phoenix Adventures. My only advice is just stick with it. Just keep doing it. Don't think for a second that you're just going to make a YouTube channel and it's going to take off immediately. Do it because you're passionate about the content that you're creating. I know that sounds like a cliche, but it is true, right? I made videos for almost a year for a very small audience, and I was fine doing that. And then I got very lucky when things did take off. Just consistency. You don't have to release videos every single day like some schmuck, but as long as you are releasing it consistently and staying sort of in the rhythm of what it is between filming and editing and uploading, right? Just stick with it no matter what. Were you camping with Lindsay before you had the van? No, that's a great question, Vicky. And I was not camping with Lindsay before I had the van. We would sometimes summer, like our vacations would cross paths, and I would go to I didn't even really camp before the van, honestly. I would go to New Denver. That was about it. That was kind of my camping, and it wasn't camping. It was more just like summer vacation trip, right? So the van definitely opened up camping to me, which I love. I'm just playing catch up here, everybody. So just a quick shout out, everybody. You kind of get what's going on here, but if you're new and you just joined, it's just a live chat hangout. If you got questions for me, throw them into the chat. Throw 2 capital Q's on the front of your question. Helps me see it. I do tend to get a little bit behind, so don't take it personally if I don't answer your question. I'm probably just busy yapping about a previous question. So that's what we're doing. Would I recommend a TENS machine for muscle spasms in my back and hip? Yes. I have had nothing but good experiences with my TENS machine. I think it's one of the best little devices that have ever been created. I started with a wired one, and then I was very fortunate and had one of my awesome Patreon supporters send me a wireless one, which has been just as good. So I think they are great little things to have in your arsenal of shit to make you feel better. Mark takes 600 milligrams of gabapentin 3 times a day, 1,800 milligrams. I guess I could up mine. But that's the thing is I got a nice low dosage. And gabapentin's not particularly expensive up here in Canada. I have no coverage, and what I get is like $25, I think. Hey, old Van Gal, I hope you're doing well as well. The Stingray says, Matthew inspired me to start my YouTube channel. Oh, well. I'm glad I could be of some assistance. I don't know. I think you had it in you all along, sir. Just gave you a little kick in the booty. When you talk about editing, can someone edit videos as a newbie? Yep, absolutely. Start with like an app on your phone. Like if you got an iPhone, get iMovie. If you've got a Samsung, trade it in and get an iPhone and get iMovie. And then just on your phone, just edit on there. Because a lot of the stuff that you learn there, and I find editing on mobile one of the more frustrating things, but it's only because I know how to do it on a computer. But if you can learn it there, then you could probably transfer a lot of those skills to a bigger program on your computer. But I was all self-taught. We live in a time where you can Google anything you need to Google. And chances are somebody has put out a tutorial video on how to do it. And I know a lot of people want me to do stuff like that, but if that happens, that's in a ways in the future. Just simply because there's a lot of resources out there already. Christina Gemini, my Friday is going very well, darling. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. Oh, yeah, Renee, you can stop plugging my website. I'm pretty sure that's kaput right now. I don't think I upped that, but I appreciate you continuing to shout my stuff out, my dear. Box Van Home Solutions, we enjoying a lucky lager. And hide your license plate so that no one can find out. Yeah, as a bit of advice, I guess. It's crazy that people have the means to do that. Like people that work in places where they can find that. It's just, all right. I don't know. Chris Parker says, what's the origin of Careful? You might start to like things that I like. I feel I might have missed that episode. We didn't have an episode. I just started doing it because people were in the comments acting all butthurt because I was drinking Revita tea. So I was like, oh, how dare you try to sell us something? How this channel's just become an infomercial. Oh, you're a sellout. But I don't work with Revita tea. It's just a product that I discovered on my own and really enjoyed it. And I found out it was a local company in Calgary. So I thought it'd be nice to promote them. That's kind of the way of the internet, right? And some idiots in the comments just got all butthurt about it. So I said, I'll lean into it and make it funny. That's all. We actually talked about that on the last live stream, I think. You should for sure review the bikes and enjoy the heck out of them. Yeah, that's the plan. I'm just concerned about having an e-bike always on the exterior of the vehicle, not because of thieves, but because of like rain. Like, I guess I could there's probably such things as bike covers, but it's like, isn't the rain going to mess shit up on those things? Renee says, where do we get stickers? You order them through me. You know this. What is more fun, Fitting Grace out with new accessories as a new rig, or sorting Lucky out with the modern new looks. It's all fun. I don't know that one's more fun than the other. It's just my life, and I enjoy both of them. I don't know. Yeah, no one's, I'm not like, oh man, I gotta do Lucky, or oh man, I gotta outfit Grace. No, man, it's all enjoyable. I don't have a favorite, although I guess technically in theory Grace is more of a blank canvas, but the redo on Lucky was just got me so excited. Like when I started ripping everything out and just thinking what I could do to redesign it, that was really cool too. So am I getting a friend for Penny? No, I won't be getting a second cat for Penny. She has lived her life with many fur companions, and she's very much a solo cat, so it's her time to like shine. So no, there will most likely not be a new friend for Penny. Is there a chance you'll make it to the States one day? Yeah, I'm going to be in Montana in July. Hi, Sharon B. Welcome to the live chat, my dear. Hope you're having a good Friday. Robert Kant says, Matthew, would you consider a meetup for people from overseas? Maybe you could give a 12 months or more notice. I guess I would consider that. I guess I could look into something too and make it like a little bit more exclusive for stuff like that. I've never done a public meet. Well, I guess I can't say that anymore. I did the Craze meetup. But I know the Fine Print used to do like camping trips with the subscribers, but they would sell tickets and people from all over the world would come for that. So yeah, I guess I would consider it in the future. Could be fun times. So people from all over can come. And yes, obviously, yeah, 12 months in advance would be a great idea. So don't rule that out. Better chance of that happening than Penny getting a furry companion. Can I get Revita tea in the UK? I don't know. I think so, because I think you can order it on Amazon. So I know that's how a lot of my American viewers were able to get their hands on Revita. They sell it through Amazon as well as locally here in Canada. So stop trying to sell me white t-shirts. It's a Dixon, damn it. Okay, sorry. I'm probably behind again. Kimberly O'Brien. Yeah. Just keep watching. That's coming. Oh, well, Mark, I was trying to sell you that rain. City says, is it hard to find a place to sleep? No, my bed's right there. I know what you mean, but no, for where I am, it's always easy to find a place to park. And just from watching my videos, that when I'm in the city, it's primarily at Hotel Walmart. I'm not the guy that's going out looking for new places to sleep every night. That's not something that like gets me going. You know what I mean? Like I'm more than fine to just like, stay at Walmart. Paul Sherman. See, I thank you for showing Revita tea. It is great. See, well, you're welcome, Paul. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And that's where the kickback ends. Oh my God, Tracy says. Also, sorry, hi, Leanne Kadike. Hello, my long-lost sibling from the UK. Hello. Have you found a place for everything in your van yet? Are you still figuring out the storage situation? Girl, I'm always figuring out the storage situation. It's crazy, especially now that I'm prepping for this camping trip with Brooklyn. I had to shuffle stuff around. I've got stuff in the long drawers at the back that are hers that I don't need, but I might need. I got clothes of hers up in that hanging cabinet. I got cargo nets everywhere. It's always a juggling act. Work in progress. Amber, Shane B wants to get married, so I'm just letting you know and highlighting this. She is here, and she is looking, and she is available. So I imagine she would probably need a ring, though, Shane. You can't just ask. There's a lot of that shit happening in the chat tonight, and it's just unacceptable to expect anything less. Am I doing a live stream this early on a Saturday? I can't do this early things to... I can't do this. I can't do this early things to do. Well, I'll try to do something for my upside down people at a later date. This is primarily for the UK people, I guess. Have I installed the sink yet? Yes, my sink is installed. M. Sabrina says, if you have surgery so long ago, why are you still on such a big amount of milligram of meds? Because it's nerve damage and nerve pain, and it's nice, it hurts. And surgery doesn't just solve it. And that's been something that I've struggled with. I expected surgery to just fix me. It hasn't. And then I expected that to be okay within 3 months, and it wasn't. And here we are. We're going to be coming up on a year, and I'm probably not going to be pain free. And that's just the reality of the situation when it comes to back surgery. But as I said earlier, I'm glad I did it versus having to still be in the amount of pain that I was in. Matthew needs a chihuahua. If you send me a fucking chihuahua, Vern, I'm going to lose my mind. Pardon my French. I think the bikes are waterproof. Yeah, I hope so. I've just heard like bad reports of like the little LCD screens on the e-bikes. Have I ever traveled internationally? No, I mean, yeah, technically I've been to Mexico, but that's it. I've never been like overseas. Hey there, Sue Bishop. Welcome to the live chat. I feel like Chihuahuas have a like a complex. That's why they act so tough, because they know they're small. Just like not knowing about smash burgers, there's a lot of people in the States that have no idea what poutine is and how good it tastes. Well, that's fair, except that the problem with your argument is that it was like American people being like, I'm from Texas. I never heard of a smash burger. I'm like, yo, what? Oh, there you go. Marla M. can confirm. I ordered my Revita tea through the company and they sent it to the US. I received my sunrise tea today. It's awesome. Yeah, the mango is delicious. It is by far my favorite. Do you have Irish ancestry? As far as I know. Yes, I do. Okay, walking away for a bit. Have to grill some sustenance. Yum, yum. You have fun, Ray? Were they from the States? No, they just went down. They had some good friends down there, and they would vacation down there a lot. Can you buy Dixon in the UK? Yes, you can. Dixon has a UK website. Do you know Linda from It's a Crime? She follows true crime and is in Calgary too. Oh, no, I've never heard of her. Interesting. I heard that Walmart was going to stop letting people stay overnight. Where would you go? I'd find a place. Amber's yelling at me. What do you want? Hey, there's Aussie Jack. Yes, no, it's early for you, my dear. Don't worry. We'll do a more Australian-centric live stream at a later date, I guess. Hopefully you can enjoy your coffee and some, I don't know, Eggs Benedict. Backwards. I don't know. What do you guys do over there? Down there. Under there. I don't have a drone, Matt. But if I did, I'd probably get a DJI Mavic Mini 2. Thanks, Stacy. I'm glad you think so, because it ain't going anywhere. That's for sure. Send me funnels. And then I'll send them to Kevin. Do you think that van life affects your back pain? No, not really. I mean, obviously, to some extent, sure. But you open your door and step outside. Like, it's not a big deal the way I do. Like, if I don't find myself bent over that much. You know what I mean? I try to show it as much as I can on the channel, but it's more like from the bed to the chair to my knees, right? So if my knees go out, I might be a little hooped, but. Oh, Shane's already got the ring for Amber. Perfect. Maybe we can do a little ceremony here tonight if he can get it to her in time. Graham's Van says, Chihuahuas are evil, but too small to do anything about it. There you go. Get a folding scooter to ride with. Oh, yeah. And I had another company reach out with an electric scooter. So we might be seeing a lot of I just think it would be hilarious to get me on an electric scooter and just zipping all over Fish Creek Park for a vlog. Just you have to get a messenger bag just on principle. Wow, I must be very far behind. There are a lot of repeat questions happening. Have I ever had a dog? No, Sadie, I've never owned a dog. Kimberly O'Brien says, my kitty says, a treat for Penny. Penny, you got some more treats. She didn't wake up, but I know she's appreciative. Thank you very much, Kimberly O'Brien, for that super chat. I appreciate it, and I know Penny does as well. It's very kind of you. Lucky Beth, hello, my dear. Welcome to the live chat. I hope you're having a good start to your weekend, my dear. Oh, Richard says, thank you for some of your videography. It has inspired me to try scenic painting after my stroke. Thank you, young sir. Well, I'm glad you're doing okay, and I'm glad you're staying focused and able to do some stuff. I'm kind of humbling that what I'm doing is inspiring you to get back to painting, but whatever works, right? So thank you very much for watching, Richard. I appreciate that. Which high school did I go to in Calgary? I went to Beaverbrook, Jacqueline. I love how people get mad at me for being behind, but it's just me being polite and actually answering people's questions. Bonita says, been watching you for a while. The relationship between you and your daughter is awesome. Also look Ukrainian to me. Yes, lots of Ukrainian background in my family from my grandmother's side. And thank you. That's very kind of you to say. Matthew, you are so early. I was checking my channel and I noticed you were doing a live now. Otherwise, I would have missed it. Well, you got to pay attention to Patreon. Is that Martin or is that Amelia? Giving me grief. Speed round answers catch up. I will be doing a cross-Canada trip this summer, says Vanna White. That's a good name. Is it difficult to get campsites in Alberta? Here in Ontario, you have to book 5 months in advance for provincial parks. Love your channel. It can be. It really depends on where you go. But there's a lot of them. And if, you know, my cousin's like, she loves getting online. Well, I don't know if she loves getting online and booking them, but she's really good at doing that. So as long as you get on early enough and try to book it, weekends are going to be the hardest, right? But there are also, you could find a list of first come, first serve sites, which don't allow any online booking. And that might be your best bet as well. But then there's also Crownland that you could stick onto as around. I don't know much about it in northern Alberta. I know there's a lot, but there's some down in these areas, in this neck of the woods as well. Matthew went to Beaver School. Yeah, and it. Well, that's why I'm so good. All right, moving right along. Do I ever go fishing? I used to when I was a little boy with my grandpa and my dad, but I have not been fishing in my adulthood at all. What is my favorite campground in Alberta? Ooh, Dinosaur Provincial Park. I thought I'd give it more thought, but nah, that's totally it. Pauline Green, I've got a real 4-leaf clover from Ireland. Would you like it for luck? It's mounted. Oh, you don't have to send me that. That sounds like a really nice keepsake. You should keep that. I mean, it's very kind of you to think of me. And I mean, if you send it to me, I would gladly accept it. But Pauline, thank you very much for the super chat. Yeah, thank you. Oh, Chad went to Wisewood. So did my mom, Chad. Also, hi, Chad. I feel like I haven't seen you in a coon's age. How you doing, sir? It's Amelia. I'm going to be typing. Okay. I'm glad we got to the bottom of that. You could put another drawer above the litter box. There seems to be lots of room there. Yes and no, because you got to remember that my drawers are like the flip up cupboards are sunken, right? So there's not as much room under there as you would think. And I wouldn't want Penny to have to duck when she needs to take a dump. That just seems insensitive. Plus, honestly, you guys, like where I'm at right now, like more stuff like that just means I'm going to collect more shit. You know, I'm trying to actually minimize a lot of what I have. Go back to the more minimalist way. It's never going to happen completely. Let's get serious. I need to be honest with myself, but reducing everything I have in the van is a goal of mine for sure. Looking around in here, you wouldn't know that that's what I'm doing. My God. Did I keep the cowboy hat? Stacy's talking about a post I put on Patreon last week. No, I just tried it on in the store, although I kicked myself for not getting it. Maybe I do need to get a cowboy hat for the summer. I am from Calgary after all. Will you take your daughter to watch the Flames play next season? Did you play junior hockey? No and no. No offense, Steve Martin. I give a shit about hockey. And it's like, nah, no. My little girl's getting into soccer and maybe baseball, so we'll see. But no, going to a Flames game could spare me. Hey, Matthew, did you get the external mic settings figured out on the DB settings so we can hear background noise? I think so. I'm always kind of working on it and tweaking it, but I think it's getting a little bit better. Tanya Goodyear, do we ever get to the bottom of that? Thank you very much for that super chat. I appreciate that. For camping snacks, that actually comes in handy. I just did the grocery shopping, so you refilled the coffers, and that is very kind of you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Off camping tomorrow morning. Okay. Given it's the first of the month, this will be my last live stream temporarily as a Patreon member for a bit. Oh yeah, Andrew's got to take a little bit of a back seat on Patreon, and that is a-okay, sir. We will miss you, but we will be here if you ever decide to return to the fold. Oh, here we go. Kimberly O'Brien says, I know this will sound crazy, but I cannot find where to send treats for you or Penny. Can you tell me how to do that or where to find the information? In the description of all my videos, not my live streams, but the regular vlogs, my mailing address is there. We can take a little bit of a break on the treats for Penny, though, everybody. For now, she's gotten so many in the last month that it's overflowing, right? So that's very kind of you to think of that, of course. And I don't ever like to say no to generosity, but when it comes to those treats, they are piling up. She can't eat that many. I'm sure she would, but then she'd probably no longer be with us for very long. So, but yeah, anybody who's looking for my mailing address for stuff like that, it's always in the description of the regular vlogs. Hey, Dan the Van Dan and Miss Tina are here. When you first started van life, were you nervous about what your friends and family would think? I guess maybe the tiniest bit in the back of my head. I mean, I knew my family was on board because I talked to them about it extensively. But there were some not even necessarily friends, but just extended people in my life where at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what they think of you, but we still sort of carry that oh God, I don't like that they think of me like that if it's on any sort of lesser level. And every once in a while I still get that feeling, but at the end of the day, who cares, right? It really doesn't matter. So yeah, it definitely happened. But as time goes on too, and people see that you're doing it, they become more okay with it, even if they don't fully accept it. Hey, the wolves inside the UK. Hello, my dears. I hope you're doing well. I'm in a Chevy Astro van. Minimal is all you can do. That's fair. Matthew needs a bigger cargo carrier on top of his van for most stuff. No, I'm keep looking at on Facebook Marketplace. I need to get a rooftop carrier for Grace. That's the next step. But they're not, I think I found one, but it was gray and I'd kind of rather it be black. So I know you're being funny, Vern, but still, there's no room on Lucky's roof. That's for damn sure. My family thought I was crazy for buying a van and building it out. I still did it. Tracy just went like this. As you do. Have you emptied the rooftop carrier lately? Emptied it? No, not emptied it. I've feng shuied it a little bit. Okay, Amelia, you go have fun and say hi to your friend for me. Enjoy the rest of your evening, but also probably go to bed soon. Did I bring the Wave 2 into the new build? Not yet, but it's on the way. It's actually in storage right now. I brought it back. It was at my parents' house, and now it's in my cousin's garage. That's where I pay for storage. So it's there, but I need to get a window mount off Etsy and a new hose. I lost one of the hoses for it, so just gotta get on EcoFlow's website and get it because I have a feeling I'm going to want that soon. Have you lost weight? You seem trimmed down, even though we don't see you eat many veggies. That's because I don't like veggies. I mean, I do. I eat carrots and stuff. They're good. But yeah, I mean, compared to October, right around surgery time, I have lost a lot of weight. I don't know how much. I don't weigh myself, but yeah, I can see it in my face and the rest of me. Thank you for noticing. I tried so hard and I didn't, but was the van your first vehicle of choice to live the nomad lifestyle? Yeah, 100%. That was my go-to, was a van, just because I've been watching so many van channels and I had been already designing interiors around the floor plans of the Ford E-Series and the Chevy Expresses. So yeah, that I was never leaning maybe I should look at RVs or anything, or a truck camper, because that would just have meant more money up front. So it was van and wanting to build it myself for sure. Is Mom in the chat tonight? I haven't seen her pop in yet. It's very early where they are. It's 3, not even 3:30 in the afternoon. So they may or may not pop in. Funnels in particular. I haven't gotten any funnels lately, and I appreciate that. Have I gotten Penny a new scratching pad? Yes, I did. Callie Nurse Lori has Penny always been a big girl? She's adorable, big or small, and I love your treatment towards her. Well, thank you. Yes, she's always been a little bit more of a rotund little globe of a cat ever since I got her. That's just who she is, man. I just gave away a rooftop carrier. Did you just give it to Amber as a proposal thing? Unbelievable. Hey, Stephen Kate Williamson waving from Australia. Keep doing what you're doing, mate. Thank you very much, Stephen. I hope you enjoy your Saturday. Vintage Vehicle Adventures. Have yourself a fantastic weekend. Thanks for stopping in. Rooftop Carrier for Grace are having that much stuff around. Grace just has her own stuff. She's got like the sleeping bag, the air beds, the heated blanket, all that stuff I'd like to get out of the cab, right? So it's not just like, it feels like Brooklyn's very crammed in there when we're using the Jeep on the daily. So I'd rather it just be out and in a rooftop bin. How will I prepare for the upcoming winter that I didn't do last winter? Nothing. I think I've got winters sorted out. You got to remember, I'm up in Canada and I knew that winters were going to be bad. There's nothing I would do differently. I mean, I guess if I had to answer that, maybe I'll pull the diesel heater out and pull it apart and look at it. There's nothing wrong with it, but I guess that would be one little routine maintenance thing I could do. But other than that, Lucky is insulated and fine. And I've even got the winter tires now. I mean, they're off of Lucky now, but that won't be a cost I'll have to swallow. Not to that extent. It's still like $300 to get the tires rotated and put into storage, but they were $2,000 tires almost when I bought them. So we already got that going for us. So there's not much else I can do in terms of preparing for winter. I'm ready. Bring it on. Well, not yet. We haven't had summer. Need more hand waving. Sarah Rose needs more hand waving. She's been watching with no sound. What else could you cook in that egg steamer thingy? I have no idea. As far as I know, that's all it's for, but I don't know. Economic Refugees RV. Hi, Matthew. I love your rebuild. Thank you very much. I am glad. I do too. How do I like the new build? Any regrets? The only regret so far is the hanging cabinet on the other side, and only because it just kind of makes it seem a little bit more claustrophobic back there. But other than that, no, I'm loving the new build. It just suits the way I live my van life now so much more. So far, yeah. Spot on. Matthew, is it normal to feel super lost in your 20s? It's normal to feel super lost your entire life, man. Yeah, you just got to figure out, I guess that's normal. I definitely felt like that when I was that age. That's why I was like trying to throw myself into relationships so hard. I felt so lost that I'm like, well, if I am with this person romantically, that'll define who I am and my life won't be meaningless, and or at least I won't have to focus on that sort of stuff. So that was a mistake because I got a good experience out of it, but that's not good. You just got to live your life. Just go, figure things out as you go. There's nothing wrong with that, but I think it's completely normal to feel that way. Have I thought about camp cooking up a steak cheesy fondue, but it would beat Grizzlies and Banff? Oh, maybe. I don't know about that. The Grizzly Hill's pretty good. Oh, it's all good, Shane. I appreciate that. I didn't make it. That's because the vlogs are so far behind as well. You'll see me get the roof rack bars in a couple videos time. Cheers for coffee. Cheers for coffee. Thank you. I'm going to put that towards Revitity, though, Joe, just if it's all the same. Oh, thank you very much, Wolves Inside. That's very kind of you. I appreciate that. Oh, we got a van life festival for the weekend. Oh, that reminds me. The Badlands Van Fest people reached out to me and they want me to go down there and sit on the panel for the Q&A this August. I need to write them back. That was something that started last year, but they actually ended up canceling it and not going through with it. So, thank you for the reminder, Wolves Inside the UK. The visor behind me gives me huge ears. I just have huge ears. I don't know if it's the visor. And play catch up here. Has Penny done any more jumps on your face? No, you would have heard about it. She has not. Still look lost at 50, but very rich and don't care. See, there you go. Touristique to Canada's got it figured out. Oh, Lisa, thank you so much. There's 346 viewers. Hit the like button. Only 173 likes. That's a good point. Thank you, Lisa. If you guys are watching and you are able to, maybe click the like button. The like button. And you click that, and then after that, you click the like button. It would definitely help the channel out. We greatly appreciate it. Support is always appreciated. Would I ever consider a breakdown camper for the top of Grace? A breakdown camper? What the hell's a breakdown camper? Is that like the Ursa Minor stuff? Because that's in the back of my mind for sure, is getting an Ursa Minor topper. But how long did it take you to make the move into a nomad style? I mean, from when I bought the van to when I was in it full time, it was March to October. Stuart McGee. Fridge is now full of Revita. Love that stuff. Cheryl says Penny is the softest cat she has ever patted. Cheryl will hear this on your stream. Incoming pillow. Oh, family loves your channel. Thank you very much, Stuart. I appreciate that. Cheryl, get them. Also, I'm glad you like the Revita, dude. Thank you very much for that super chat. That's very kind of you, sir. I appreciate it. Do I ever think about buying an air fryer? That is so funny that you asked that, Marion. I was walking around Walmart last night looking at one because it was on the clearance rack. It was the Ninja Foodie air fryer or whatever. It's still quite large, and it's 1,800 watts. And I get that's the max. And so obviously we could do it, but it's just funny that you asked because I was literally looking at that yesterday. They would open up so many possibilities. But I don't know if that's something that I need in my arsenal just yet because, yeah, I don't have a place to like store it properly. But that's just funny. Hello there, Alita. Welcome to the live chat. I'm sure that was a while ago because I'm probably behind. Oh, I'm not that far behind at all. Look at me go. All right. Monica Hall is here. Happy day. I rarely make a live. Love your channel. Thank you very much, Monica. I appreciate that. Adina, welcome to the live chat, my dear. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're having a good start to your weekend. Oh, well, thank you very much, Cynthia Brown. My back is doing well. Better than it was back in October, I'll tell you that. Every day it's a little bit better. Well, happy early birthday to Box Van Home Solutions. I turn 64 tomorrow and still feel lost. Better because I live in my box van, though. See, it's like finding like where you were meant to be and finding what makes you actually happy. And we spend a lot of our lives thinking that we need to live our lives in accordance with what everybody else is doing. And for a lot of people, that works just fine. For others, it doesn't work at all. And when we take the time to stop and figure out what it is that will make us happy and realize that it doesn't matter what other people think of us, because it doesn't at the end of the day. I know that a lot of people can't just flip a switch that suffer from like anxiety or issues with like public speaking or actually like just giving a shit about what people do think of them. I know that you can't just flip that switch, but if you try and try every day just a little bit, I think you're going to realize it doesn't fucking matter. Pardon my French. And then you might actually start to get onto a path where you don't feel as lost and you actually feel happy with your life. That's what happened to me. Oh, it's Amani's birthday today. Well, happy birthday to your beautiful daughter, my dear. Hope she's out there ripping it up, painting the town red. She's probably not watching this live stream, but to her mother, who should actually be congratulated for bringing her into this world however many years ago, happy birthday. Hello, Matthew and everyone else. Hello, Terry. Welcome to the live chat. Foresty Forest has the Ninja Foodie in his van. He uses it all the time. Well, that's cool. Is it the air fryer? I haven't watched Simon in a long time, but he's got room. I'm a bigger boy. Am I doing a van meetup in Montana? No. And where are you going after Montana? Back to Canada. Mark says, Matthew, do you think a clamshell cargo container on one side and a rack on the other work better, or maybe two clamshells on a van? I think I'd probably prefer to have two clamshells as long as one opens from the passenger side. You know what I mean? I think then it just gives you more options to like store stuff and not have to worry about weather. Like I only have my rack up there because I needed a place to put my spare tire. Because like my whole that's quite a while ago now, back in chapter 2 when I was rotating my tires and my spare tire, because it normally lives underneath the rear of the van on the Chevys and probably the Fords as well. It rusted and I had to like boot F it off, and it broke that whole like hoist system for the spare tire. So that's why I have the rack, because I needed a place to put my spare tire, and I haven't like looked into or taken advantage of the incredible generosity that was offered to me at one point to get a rear door mount fabricated for my spare tire. So that's why I have it. But if given the choice, I think I'd go for the storage bin, the enclosed storage bin. Matthew's going to be coming to New York to visit me. Yeah, if Lucky could make it that far, could you imagine? Oh, I think it would be neat if you, Foresty Forrest, and Steve Wallace met up, my 3 favorite Canadians. I'd be so nervous hanging out with those two. Are you kidding me? That would be very cool, but I am just a humble, tiny, small YouTube channel. Those two are in another upper echelon and they're busy living their best lives. So you never know, I guess, but it's very kind of you to include me in them. In the group of them. I don't want to be inside them. That would be weird. Okay, hang on. Stuart McGee, maybe a dumb question. Do you have an Amazon wish list? I do. Actually, Annie just bought me a bunch more stuff off of it the other day, and it just arrived, and I just started filming the vlog, opening up some very generous gifts from her. There's nothing currently that I need. Actually, I need to. Where's my phone? Because on my wish list, right, where's my phone? There's this cool little rack thing that I have on there for the Jeep, but I realized with the bike rack that is coming, I won't actually be able to use it. So I do, but thank you for reminding me to get this off of there. Move. Ah, okay. Wait, there was a notification just now. Ah, very nice. Okay. Hey, there is Sharon with an E. Welcome to the live chat, my dear. Happy Friday to you. Start off with a small air fryer. Most people love their air fryer. Yeah, I should get if I could find a smaller one, then that might be the best bet, right? Did I get a grinder yet? A grinder? Did I need a grinder? I don't know what I needed a grinder for, but either way, no. Thank you for the fantastic content. I really enjoy watching your channel. I appreciate all the inspiration you provide for so many of us folks. Stay safe out there, y'all. Thank you very much, Oily Adventures. I do appreciate the very kind words. It is awkward to hear stuff like that sometimes. I'm definitely getting better at it, but it's greatly appreciated to hear that, and I'm glad that you are enjoying the videos that I'm creating, because I sure am. Isn't it like 3:30 where I am? It's 4:30. Also, hello, Aaron. How are you? How come you don't put your spare on the rear like most other van people on a swing out on the back of their van? Apparently, I would need to have something fabricated in the way that the Chevy doors doesn't allow for it very easily. Also, it's what I have seen is not cheap. That's why I haven't done what most of the van people have done. Damn it. I just ate a ham and Swiss grinder. What is a grinder? I don't understand. I'm missing out on something. Oh, an angle grinder is what you mean. For no, because I'm quite happy with the Gorilla Tape right now. I fixed it, did it in a different orientation, and it's still working. The less work I have to do up there, the better right now. Scott, how you doing, sir? Welcome to the live chat. Happy Friday to you. Did I receive your card, Debbie? Not yet. Love all your videos from the WWE Undertaker. Well, thank you very much, YouTube user. I appreciate that. Never do exactly. That's good advice, Sumner. There you go. Andrew's got it going on. Okay, everybody, I'm just going to take a quick bio break. We're going to watch that video again. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Talk amongst yourselves. And we're back. How's everybody doing? I gotta refill the tank. Hang on. Okay, where were we? I was gonna give a quick shout out if you're just joining us, everybody. It is a live chat. I just took a little bit of a break there. Van Life Q&A. Any questions for me that you want me to ask that you'd like my opinion on? Throw them into the chat. Put 3 capital Qs in front of your question to help it stand out, just like Cindy Rose did here. And I will try to answer your questions. If I don't do it right away, don't feel too bad. I tend to yap a little bit more because I love you all so much. I want to give the most thorough answers as I can, usually. So keep asking those questions if you do have them. Cindy says, I still get the feels and chills remembering the Christmas train video with Brooke. Okay, this is a bad example of a question because that's more of a statement. In this case, she could have put 3 capital S's at the front and not make me look like a fool. I'm just kidding, Cindy. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed that video. That video does mean a lot to me as well. That just because it's interesting. I film so much that there's a lot of moments in my life that I don't really commit to memory because I'm busy filming them. You know what I mean? But that is an example of one that is like imprinted on my brain without the fact, like I didn't have to film it and it would have stayed. But like most things, it would have faded with time. So I'm very happy that I do have that video. And I remember bringing myself to tears when I was editing it together because everything with my little girl just gets me. So I'm glad that people sort of resonated with it and have the same sort of feels. So thank you, Cindy. I appreciate that. Next time, use 3 S's. All right. What else we got here? Jay-Z the horse says, hi, Penny. You're still sleeping. She's going to wake up soon and probably start screaming at me. She's going to need her dinner. All right. Oh, good. All right. So we're all caught up. I'm going to roll right back down to the bottom here. Dan S says, is your DC to DC hooked under your seat or hood? It's under my seat. I'm tapped into the fuse panel or whatever. Not tapped into it, but that's where the power line comes through. I didn't run a power line through my firewall to my battery. It's a very good statement, Chad. You know what else is wet? All right, then. What's my best crib hand? I think that, well, the best crib hand is 29. I think I've gotten 24 before. If that's a possible hand. No, it has to be. 24, 25, something like that. I've gotten damn close. Oh, Shawnee Jones, you have yourself a good evening. Thank you for stopping by. Chris asks, why don't I use a space heater when I'm hooked up to shore power? Mostly because it's just one more thing to have in the van. And it's just one more thing to be tripping over and causing me grief. So Brooklyn's good and she is getting big. You're not wrong, Lisa. Tracy K, other than van life or movie reviews, what other genres would you maybe like to do for a YouTube channel? Fictional storytelling probably would be nice. Like making movies, making a web series, stuff like that could be fun. That's what I used to do. What's the best first date you ever had? One where she paid. No, I don't know. There's nothing like that comes to mind, Shane. What's for dinner and drink tonight? I don't know about dinner, but drink is lucky, as you can probably have already seen, Aaron. Nicole Michelle is here. Penguin blue waving tear. Thank you, Nicole. Welcome to live chat. Am I sick of eggs? Where is the cooker? The cooker's in the back. I'm not sick of eggs. That was very simple. I like questions like that. Where is your Dixon tire today, Matthew? Right here, Sharon. Right here. I was wearing a flannel at the beginning, but it got a little too warm in here. Oh, chat has slowed down. I got to take these moments and just kick back, put my feet up. I had a question for everybody. I was going to ask some people. Oh, now I don't remember what it was. Damn it. So when I was drinking my water, I was like, oh, I should ask everybody this. I should have written it down. I don't remember now. Oh, well, maybe it'll come back to me. Oh, we got the little egg cooker as well. Perfect for van life. It really is. Yes. It's going to be socks or probably boxers. Yes, she's not wrong. Although it's not my socks today or my boxers, I don't think. Nope. So just my belt and my t-shirt right now. Aw, first camping trip with your puppy tomorrow. Good luck. You're going to have a great time. What's Penny's favorite food and what's your favorite Dixon? Ooh, my favorite Dixon, well, right now is probably the Metallica Ride the Lightning one. And Penny's favorite food is wet. That's true. Doesn't Dixon make water bottles? No, they make tumblers. The Mystic is nice. The Mystic's a jacket, though. I mean, it's still Dixon, sure. It's beautiful. But yeah, the Metallica and the Flog and Molly one, which is weird. But I also like the very first Dixon I ever bought, which was, commit this to memory for a future trivia question. It was the Adrenaline. I still have that one. That one's in a dresser in my little girl's room at her grandparents' house, just because I've got a few flannels. They don't all fit in lucky at this current juncture of my life. But what's my best van life memory? Waking up under the bridge. That's a good one. Yeah, that was the first thing that comes to mind. I was just so happy and so excited when I did that. And that was just here in the city. I liked the Quest episode from chapter 3 where I drove to Castlegar and finally fulfilled that 22 years in the making storyline between my buddy Mike and I. There's lots. Man. I don't know, it's just been such a good ride so far, and I'm glad that it's still happening. I start getting the Rolodex going, and I've just been so fortunate to find this way of living at this point in my life. I think it kind of all happened and worked out the way it was supposed to. But what inspired me for van life? Lots of things. This is a question that comes up a lot, but most primarily it was necessity and curiosity. And those were probably like the two. See, I say that and it makes everything else sound like it's not as important, but it really was like nothing. There was never one thing, but I was curious about it. It was a necessity, and I needed to take my life back for myself and stop allowing negative people to affect me the way they were. We will get there. I am telling a story as the vlogs go on in chapter 5. By the end of chapter 5, there will no longer be story to tell in terms of the past, as far as I know. Have I considered getting a split air mini backpack AC system? It can be mounted on the back door and are space saving and chill better than an event. I don't even know what those are, Chad. I never heard of backpack ACs, so I'll have to look them up. I remember when Ride the Lightning was the album and we were actually awaiting the new Master Puppets album, the good old days, right? Those are long gone. Am I de-studded yet? Yes. Lucky's studded tires are no more. I mean, they're in storage. I do still have my portable AC unit. It's the Wave 2. What's my favorite childhood memory? Good Lord. I don't know. Making movies with my friends. Oh, that's not really childhood. Learning to ride my bike was fun. That's probably happening because my little girl is starting to ride her bike, and she's getting to the point where it's almost time for those training wheels to come off. So that's reminding me of that. That was a good day. I was fortunate. I think it was kind of always like written in the stars, so to speak, that it was going to be like movie making of some sort. Because like a lot of parents, I guess, back in the late 80s, early 90s, maybe a little bit more so than others. But my mom was big on recording everything with the video camera and capturing family moments, right? And we would always go back and watch them on VHS. So there's me learning to ride a bike somewhere out there, and that was when mom and dad and I in the field over in Willow Park on my little brown bike, and me learning to ride. And I remember for whatever reason, I don't know, maybe I just had fat ankles, or maybe the bike was oddly made, but I remember when I learning to pedal, the inside of my ankle would always rub against part of the pedal leg, and that would bother me. And I don't know why. I was only on that bike though, but I remember that happening. I was like, I must have been 5 or 6, maybe. I don't know about age, but that's a pretty good one. The Arsenic Dixon is nice as well, Jackie. I'm just sad that It kind of shrunk up on me. I still have it, but it is nice. That goes along with my uranium one in the toxic line that they made. Sheila Kane says, did your mom ever get her orange Dixon in the size that's for her? I know she was going to get a men's size. I'm wondering what size she would get because I'm interested in ordering one myself. Well, she didn't, but her oldest son may have something ready for her birthday. But it's not that one that was in the vlog, because that one, the barrel, was way more brown than orange. But it's a large, and I'm sure that will work fine. Because she wears my extra larges, and they're just a little bit too big. Right? So large should be just spot on. Large male. Women's sizes are bullshit. You want a cool outdoor live stream? Go watch the live stream that I did down by the river. That was a fun live stream, sitting in the stream. My feet, actually, was my feet in the water? I can't even remember. But I was right by the river. That was an outdoor live stream. Maybe we'll do that, another one of those in the future sometime. I should probably focus on getting myself Starlink at some point. Then I could do more stuff like that, but it's really not a priority of mine right now. Again, I don't have a lot of room on Lucky. Oh, it's funny. I was driving back from probably BC a few days ago or whatever, and there was this high top van with the Starlink dish, like not the one that goes flat, but like just the regular Starlink dish, just mounted at the top, and he's just booking it. And this is the only thing on top of his roof, and it's just sticking up like a sore thumb, just waving in the. Well, it wasn't moving. He had it well mounted. It was just like, huh. Well, if he can do that, I could probably do that. Because that's the other thing. I've seen some other van lifers where they've got the dish and they constantly haul it in and out of the van for when they need it. I'm like, I'd want to just put it up there and leave it up there. That's what Lucky needs, more holes in the roof. You know what I mean? But down the line, then we could do stuff like that. I know you like all the new things, but do you have any favorite old time candies? Old time candies? I don't really. I get licorice. That's like the old. My grandma always used to have red and black Twizzlers in like a low profile rectangular Tupperware container in the living room downstairs on the desk. And we go down to watch TV. And I remember always like opening up that air seal lid and just grabbing a stick out and eating me some licorice. I don't know about any. Also those caramel squares in the clear plastic wrap. Those she used to have too, and rosebuds. Chocolate rosebuds. Wow, look what happened there. Core memories unlocked. Do you ever think to buy a piece of land, home based? I don't know about land, but I definitely think about a house at some point. I'm always looking. I am in no position to get a house or even land or like a loan or a mortgage like that of any kind. But I'm always looking because I'm a dad and I have dreams that I can have a house for myself in Brooklyn and something to like pass on to her. Not that she's not going to have stuff from her mom and whatnot and this, that, and the other thing. But yes, that is something I think about all the time. And I'm starting to think about my van life being like having that become the goal eventually. It's like use van life and everything that it allows me to do as a way to get ahead in this crazy world as a single person, right? Because it's so impossible to get stuff like that as an individual these days, unless you're like grandfathered into a house that's already in your family, or you are with another human being. I just don't see, or like you're like super rich, obviously, right? But for us, like regular folk, you can't just go do that stuff on your own. You can't even rent on your own very successfully anymore. It's crazy. When am I coming to BC to camp? When are we all coming to BC to camp? August. Okay, anyway. How long have you and Amber known each other? Fucking too long. Oh, I got the stupid new phone and it keeps sending out hearts. Do you keep doing stuff like this? I bolted a Jeep spare tire carrier to the door of my Express. Works great. So that's a good idea, Dan. Holy shit. Did Dan just come in clutch for VanlifePLUS in the future? If I could find one, go down to Pick and Pull. That is such a good idea. It's just like bolting through the door. I guess I'd have to take my panels off because you would definitely I can't imagine you just like glued it to the door or self-tapped to the door. You probably nut and bolted it to the door. That's what I'd have to do, right? That's a good idea, Dan. Why the hell? Thank you, sir. You just cut the light off, like the third brake light or whatever. Do you think that making multiple videos a week helps your YouTube channel? I've seen some videos that say can help and can't help. What do I think? I don't know. I can't financially risk that yet, Jared. That's a great question. Right now, again, talking about what we've been talking about in terms of like my finances and this, that, and the other thing. And I'm just happy that I'm being able to do YouTube the way I'm doing it. It's very hard for me to take a day during the week because I don't release videos during the weekend as it is right now, although it might be changing soon. Don't hold your breath. Taking a day and not putting a video out or doing a live stream or something, that hurts me financially. And I'm just not at that point yet with my channel where I can do that. I've spoken about this in the past, and especially on live streams. This is where like the most candid conversations happen. I would love to be able to do 2 or 3 videos a week instead of the consistent 5, although I am seeing a lot of success doing the shorter videos right now. And by shorter for me, I mean like the 28 to 30-minute videos. They're doing well, and doing almost as well as the 40 to 50-minute videos in terms of what they earn me in ad revenue here on YouTube. And that's a big like win for me, because if I don't have to edit a 50-minute video, only a 28-minute video or a 29 or a 30-minute or whatever, that's a huge weight off my shoulders. So that's why you're getting a lot more part 1, part 2s right now, because I was testing the waters. But in terms of the amount of videos, I don't know yet. That's not a risk I'm willing to take just yet. Would I go skydiving with you this summer? No, but Amber would. She just said she would love to go skydiving with Shane. I'm glad it was about time you put Amber in a video. I thought you kicked her to the curb. Glad that's how they place. I love everybody's like, where's Amber? Where's Amber? We really like Amber. If you really like Amber, go watch her YouTube channel. Then y'all would know where she is. Nobody should assume that I kicked her to the curb. She kicked me to the curb. She left Calgary to go get a job. So let's all just calm down and pump the brakes on that shenanigans. Starlink prices went up recently, so hold it for the. Yeah, no, oh, they did. Yeah, no, absolutely not. They tend to have like big sales, though. I know I'm behind Andrew, but still. Oh, there's the Ambogini. Ambogini is in the house. It's Matt recommending more mats. What is happening? I used to like Runts. They used to be my #1 favorite candy for the longest time, but they've changed. They're not good anymore. Nerds are the bomb. Can't watch her channel. She doesn't post much there. So you can't watch her channel because she doesn't post much. So you don't subscribe to her, or what? I don't understand. You can't watch what isn't posted. That is for damn sure. TL Outside says YouTube won't give you credit if people don't watch the entire video, so shorter ones make sense. Yeah, but I was lucky people were watching my long videos. I'm just saying that's just more editing for me, right? I mean, it's still the same amount of editing now, but it's actually less filming when you really think about it, because I've already filmed all of these videos that you're seeing, right? And a lot of them could have just been one-parters, right? Like the last 2 videos were one video in my brain when I was filming it. The video that ended out at Mount Kidd, right? Where whatever the hell we did in the first one, I don't even remember now, but it ended with like Amber farting around with her van door. And then the next video ended with us playing Egyptian War. For those who are like, what game was that? Listen, put on your ears. That was one video, and it would have been like a 56-minute video, right? But instead it was 31 and 28 or 20, whatever, right? So when I do that, I'm actually edging myself further down the calendar in terms of video releases, and I don't have to film as much, which is nice too. So, Matthew, are you ever going to put a mount ladder on the side of your van so you can get up and down on the roof? Probably not, because I have a mounted ladder on the back, and I have my portable one. And I know lots of people, Alita, like yourself, enjoy the longer videos. I know that, but that would be the thing too, right? Like if I didn't have to make Monday to Friday videos. And I know it's hard, it's funny to hear somebody if I didn't have to, nobody's holding a gun to my head, but I know what I need to survive. I would do longer videos if I was only doing 1 or 2 a week. Hey, Virginia in the rear view. How you doing, Lisa? Nice to see you here. Also, Angela, I did see you come in, darling. I was yapping as I usually am. Don't hold it against me. Welcome to live chat and happy Friday. Okay, I'm going to play catch up here. Does stop and starting a video affect your revenue? That I don't know, Aussie Jack. I'm not sure. Have I moved the ladder back to the other side yet? Not yet. That's I was going to do that actually in the video that I was filming yesterday, but I didn't get around to it. It's coming because I have to, because I got to paint that side, so the ladder's got to come off anyway. But now that if I like that idea about the Jeep thing for the spare tire, I got to figure things out, because the door that it's on right now, which is the first door that opens, it's quite weak. So when I climb up there, you can see the door open. So maybe that would be a better one to have the tire mounted to. But then again, if there's a heavy ass tire on there, that might keep the door wedged open and even more drafty drafts. Figure it out. I use Final Cut Pro on my MacBook to edit my videos. Don't give Amber too much of a hard time. It's hard to make content when you're just working a regular job. It was hard enough for her to do the videos of her living in the van. So ease off a little bit. It's my job to give her a hard time, not yours. My back pain's doing pretty good, Jay-Z. Not too bad, not too bad. Thank you for asking. Do the shorts bring in any money? I imagine they might for some people. Mine do not. I think the most I've made off of the shorts that I've put out is 5 cents. Corey E, love the videos while cooking dinner on the grill and drinking a hella good beer. Happy Friday, Corey. Thanks for being here. Did I get the mounted ladder from Amazon? Yes, it was sent to me by Kathy what feels like forever ago. So much has happened, but yes, it was off Amazon. The ladies in chat want to know if I'm planning on starting an OnlyFans. No, but I will be starting an OnlyFlans, where they're very tasteful, almost nudes of me wearing nothing but long Dixon flannels. 12th of never is when that's starting. So mark your calendar. We appreciate all your videos. You do what you need to do, and we will all enjoy being part of whatever you are willing to share, Matthew. Thank you, Brenda. I do appreciate that. That's what keeps me going, is support like that. Absolutely. Hey, I'm caught up. Look at that. Look what happened. Yappity, yappity, yappity. We caught up with the chatty. Okay. Now I'm just going to do y'all a favor. I need to have a little snacky snack, but I'm going to mute myself first. Just give me a sec. Okay. So those horses that I saw, Bebop and Becca, that's reserve land out there. And I actually saw them when I was on the way back on the other side of that casino gas station. There were just a bunch of horses out there. So I don't think they're wild, but they are just allowed to roam around there. The fence keeps them from going on the highway. And there is a Texas gate, as we call it up here. I think they call it Ashley Lamborghini gate down in Texas. I couldn't be sure about that. I need somebody to check my facts. But so they couldn't actually get out to the highway, but they belong there clearly. Do I need a spare tire cover? Not yet. One thing at a time, Sharon. Wait till I get the tire mounted or moved. Sharon sent me a spare tire cover last year, and I did install it up top, but the wind tore it to pieces. It was not meant to be on the roof. So yeah, we'll see about that. That sounds like a pick and pull. I actually kind of want to go to pick and pull. Maybe that's something I do next week. I was planning on doing some more of that camping, where I camp and then I commute back and forth like I did when I got that pile of snow dumped on me. But I am trying to be a little bit more careful with my money, and spending $200 for a week of camping doesn't seem like the best way to do that right now. So maybe instead next week at some point I film a vlog about going to pick and pull, and I could look for a Jeep Wrangler tire carrier for the back of Lucky, and then also I want to find a new seat, right, to replace the driver's seat. Finally, that's probably Kettle Guard, Ashley Lamborghini gate, same thing. Janet, I will give her a big hug when she gets her fat ass up and comes for dinner. Nothing, not even a whisker twitch. My God, guy. Okay. What's for dinner tonight? You just saw me eat it, Sharon. It's a bag of Doritos. Apparently. I don't know. Oh, thank you, Mary. I appreciate that. I hope you and your partner are having a fantastic Saturday, considering you're upside down. Crunch indeed. Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry, Alita, I missed your question. What are the plans for the meetup in July? I can't come, but I wouldn't mind knowing some things that are happening. Well, we shall see. Chances are you're not going to get to see a lot of things that are happening. Unless you're on my Patreon, which I'm assuming you are. I'm sorry, my apologies. My community over on Patreon is awesome. They have been super supportive, and they continue to be such for me and for each other ever since we got the chat tab back over there. Everybody has been, I love checking in. I bounce into the chat every once in a while, but more so it's my community over there talking to each other and showing support for each other. I think that's a really cool thing. And I love that exists. When it comes to that meetup in July, I did film it all and put it on the vlog last year. I don't know that I'm going to do that this year, but I might make videos. Well, a video. I don't see myself doing multiple videos, but a video for the Patreon community, if that's what you mean, Alita. Pick and pull have backdoor seals. It's not this. It's not the seal that's effed, Debbie. I think it's my actual hinges. I'm not sure. I'd have to double check. Simply Two Fun Crafts. Hello, Cami. How are you? Welcome to the live chat. Matt, when are we getting married? I'm 33 and not getting any younger. I've told you, same as earlier. You got to give, where's the ring at? Because when I leave your ass, I'm going to need something to pawn. 33, though. You're a little old for me. Any fires out near Calgary these days, or is it all quiet? Nothing as of yet. There's no smoke or anything currently happening, which is nice. But I feel like it has the, well, I was going to say it has the potential to be a pretty bad summer. There's been a lot of rain lately. I'm just hoping it's probably not enough, but hopefully it helps. Pick and pull. Oh, Nancy Shad, thank you so very much. That's very kind of you. I guarantee you I'll be able to get a seat and a car mount or a tire mount for that. That's very, very sweet, Nancy. Thank you. Greetings from Belgium, says Truth Seeker OG. Hello. Let's do a double wedding. Ashley and Matthew and Amber and I this summer, says Shane B. That sounds good. I'll send a photographer because I'm not going to be there. Angela Mitchell, hello. Happy Friday to you all. When you go back to pick and pull, yes, driver's seat for the win. It's just a matter of whether they have them or not, right? And I just got to be careful. Like, maybe I can call Mike to help, like he did with the hitch, because I don't know how easy it's going to be for me to wheelbarrow a seat out of there, let alone get mine out. I can do it. It's just going to be obnoxious. Sadly, some of us can't make it because sadly, some of you are upside down Bernie land. He's your future husband, Amber. Stop yelling at him. Treat him with more respect. God. Any live streams planned for the Patreon meetup? No, my attention will be on my patrons and just having a good time camping. Sarah Rose did offer because she has Starlink and she said, do you want to do a live stream? And I was like, it seems kind of braggy to like go on and do a live stream from there. Plus, people have paid to come and spend time with myself and the other patrons and actually camp. And I just don't know that I'm going to want to be sitting in front of my computer live streaming. And I know I could just do an ambiance thing, but that's not really in the cards. So I like to let's just camp and have a good time. What do I think of that microphone? I'm kind of on the fence about it, not using it. It seems more personal because your voice and audio level change when you look away. Yeah, but I can be further away from the camera and still have consistent audio. I love it. It's not going anywhere. I love that mic. I just, especially with the wind, with the dead kitten on it. Oh, it's so, I don't have to worry about that sort of stuff anymore. Because fighting with audio when you're editing is the worst. Well, no, because I'd have to have different equalization filters and stuff for when I have the microphone versus when I don't, because those are two very different audio levels. Again, I put out too much content to do that. So the second Friday of next week. That's still too old, Amber. Matthew, when you go out to pick and pull, you can also look for a swing out for a spare tire on the back of your van. You don't have to pay an arm and a leg for one. Well, yeah, that's where that's what I'm getting. I'm not getting a swing out, though. I don't think that exists for the Chevy Express. Unless I get lucky and somebody had, like, there's a van one that, like, there with one custom on it or something. Read it again, Ashley. Slowly. Doesn't she, that's what she does already? Graham's van, have yourself a fantastic weekend and good luck. It's going to be a great time. I'm excited for you. That's going to be a lot of fun with your new puppy. Christina Gemini, I'm back to stay in the chat. She's not going anywhere. I will end the live stream and she'll still be here. Do we have free camping in Canada, like the BLM land in the US? Yeah, it's called Crown Land. Free. Come to Ontario. Why would I do that to myself? Whole lot of rock and prairie. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Maybe one day. I'm not going anywhere near Toronto, though. Is the drink holder and Grace working for me? Yeah, it's working. I still have a bitch of a time get it. Like, I have it on there with some alien tape right now that was sent to me by a subscriber. And it's working better than this crappy 3M tape I had, but yeah, it's a little finicky in terms of that mount, but it is still working. Tim Walker says, I just ordered a sticker. Do they have staying power on the outside of a roof box? I think so. I haven't heard too many complaints about the way you're talking about fourth wall. Yeah, I think I saw your order. That was yesterday. They should be good. Also, thank you for your order. I appreciate that. I need to make some new merch designs. Always something to do. If I buy something from Pick and Pull and it is good, will they give you your money back? And it is no good, will they give you your money back? I don't know what the return policy is. It's kind of on you to know whether it's no good or not. I imagine maybe they would. I don't know. Need to do a live stream for us poor Patreons who can't make it. Well, no, because I'll probably film a video for Patreon exclusively and post it up after. That's maybe where I'm at. We'll see. Depends on how much like footage I have banked and if I can afford to take the weekend off. I mean, this is why I like being so far ahead on my videos. I just had a 5-day vacation with my little girl at our grandparents in BC, and I didn't film a damn thing for the vlog. It was very nice. Yeah, I was updating Patreon as the weekend went on, but I didn't have to actually film, and that feels real good. Good night, Bonita. Thank you for being here. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thumb downs on the mic. I'm just saying. Oh, on the mic. I know some people don't like it, but I love it. What's my favorite part of the new build? The bed so far, I think. Well, the bed and the fridge, which isn't really part of the build, but I love the fridge. I like Penny's relocated litter box. Makes it easier to clean for me and easier for her to get to. That's all I'm going to say about that. On my way to pick up taco time. Walks with Bender. Jealous. Yummy. Matthew, if we got married, you wouldn't be able to afford me. LOL. Haha. Just kidding. Although you're probably not kidding, and that's exactly true for all women. And men. Maybe Chrome can help in the future as he is starting a van build company. Oh, yeah, no. I remember talking to him about that. That's super cool. We'll see what he has in terms of like suppliers and stuff. But I mean, I got Craze Outdoors here. It's probably close enough. But if he gets like specific van part stuff, that could be cool. Maybe I make a drive out to his shop. That'd be content. For days. I don't use Crownland. Not really. Again, that kind of goes into, because the Crownland near me is really rough. And it goes back to the question about like what would I do to Lucky in terms of me saying that Lucky probably needs their suspension upgraded. So that's what's on the docket, like bloody eventually, nothing immediate. You love me in October. What about the other 11 months? Just kidding. It's harder for me to get Lucky out there. Have I ever tried a Cuban lunch chocolate bar? Cannot say that I have, Anita. No. Well, there you go. Pick and pull does returns if it's not electrical. Perfect. It's because nothing I'll be picking up is electrical. But again, if it, I'll either know like the seat will fit and it will be better than this one, or I won't be taking it, kind of thing. And as for that mount, I can't imagine that's going to be very expensive. So even if it didn't work, I'll store credit. There you go. Alan Schaefer. Hi, Alan. How are you? Is my dad's boat in the water yet? No, not for this year. It hasn't been. I wanted to do it while I was out there, but a little cold and it was winterized and I was busy building a van. I heard that Patreon will be no more at the end of this year. I don't think that's true at all, Relevant Traveler. They keep releasing updates. I can't imagine sending me emails about how to make it better. I feel like as creators, we would have had far more notice than that. So I don't think that's true. If it was, I would just move over to locals. On Crownland, you have a long stay time, and have you ever stayed there? I think you can stay there as long as you want. Doesn't matter. I've never stayed. I've camped on it before in the past. We went out there for May Long one year. But there's my mom. People were asking, hi, Mom. I'm sure the chat's popping off. I'm probably way far behind. But she came in a while back. Hi, Mom. Hope you're doing good. Happy Friday. Oh, Sandy's here too. There we go. Yeah, I was a little far behind. But anyway, yes, I have camped on Crownland in the past. I don't think there's a limit to when you can stay there. I don't know that anybody's going to be out there policing it, telling you to leave. Vanna White, not a question, I know, but I just joined your Patreon. Well, thank you very much and welcome to Patreon. You seem to be true to your be happy, creative, and positive closing. Thank you for being you. Well, I am. I try to, and thank you for saying so. Again, as I mentioned earlier, I ran into another supporter, Les, and he said that he watches me every day and watches all my videos, and he thinks that I'm one of the most genuine people he's ever come across on there, which is very nice to hear because that's what I try to do. I'm not. No, there's no act here. I'm not putting on a show. I'm trying to show the good and the bad of this lifestyle for those that might need it. And just as I experience it, right? And I just happen to have a very large personality to go along with it that a lot of people find entertaining, which is very fortunate for me. But yeah, there's no point in lying about things and being fake. I don't know, what's the point? So thank you very much. I appreciate that. Venolite, if that is in fact your real name. I think, yeah, Jude, I think I've been on that road, that Crownland near Canmore. That's pretty rough. Am I big on barbecuing? No, not really. I mean, I'll barbecue burgers and hot dogs and wieners and stuff like that, but not a big griller. I do like to click my tongues together, though, but known to do that on the odd occasion. Matthew, am I ever coming to Belgium or somewhere in Europe? Well, not anytime soon because I live in a van, but you just never know. Is there anywhere in Canada I would love to visit or travel? Maritimes. I want to get out to Newfoundland and see the coast on that side. Ever since I discovered Great Big Sea as a band, I've wanted to go out there and just sort of check it out and see what it's like. But I'd like to drive it. That way I can see the rest of my country. Oh my good Lord. Doesn't Patreon take like 40% or something like that? No, you're thinking about maybe YouTube, and that's 20%. That might change as you become like a bigger creator. But for me, it's YouTube takes 20%. Patreon takes peanuts. Like not as little as like PayPal, but Patreon's take is like very small. Nowhere near that. That's crazy. Have a good weekend, Andrew. We will see you again, sir, as they say in the funny pages. Leadership qualities. Thanks, Mom. I appreciate that. Oh, so you mean he's bossy? Matthew, where in Canada can we buy puppers? I don't know what that is. Sorry. Hello to Mac from Massachusetts. How are you? Lovely to see you here. Road trip. Yeah, exactly. One day. Did Matt just say he likes the wieners? I love the wieners. You know how much I love the wieners, Kevin? This is how much I love the wieners. I got wieners on hand, sir. All right. Anyway. City bylaws, hungry for money. You just got a parking ticket while watching me. Shane, see, this is what happens when you're too busy hitting on people in a live chat. Yeah, but except when she says she's going to barbecue me some steak, what she really means is find a frozen steak and stick it in microwave. So don't be fooled. She told me, oh, yeah, no, I can cook. When I'm not in a van, I can cook. Then she's in doing this gig in the staff accommodations in this hotel. And you know what she's eating? She's eating fucking frozen dinners and chicken burgers. I'm not seeing a lot of fancy cooking happening. Oh, and then I can be your guest when I come over to Belgium. That's very kind of you, Truth Seeker. It's always nice to know that I have places all over the world where I could rest my weary head. Puppers is the Letterkenny beer. See, I've never watched Letterkenny. Like, I've seen scenes from it, and I should watch the show because I've heard good things and it looks funny, but I've never actually sat down and watched it. I didn't know that was a thing. Is that a real beer? Never heard of it. Stella is awfully sparkly tonight. Is the light catching her a lot? Yeah. Any tips on the best solar generator? My birthday is tomorrow, so I'm looking to buy myself a gift. Well, Gabe, from my experience, that's all I can speak to is if you're ready, if you've got the money and you're willing to do it, EcoFlow has been hands down the best one I've ever had in terms of reliability. Now, if you're on a little bit more of a budget, Vitamin is a very good alternative that does come in under budget. With that one, I have had some issues, as I've been talking about recently. The DC, like the cigarette port, the 12-volt power supply, doesn't seem to remain on when it's like plugged into a fridge that isn't constantly asking for power. Not ideal when you want to run something like a fridge or a freezer, right? Also, to the Vitamin, on both of the units that I've had, they both have 2 USB-C ports in their USB bank, and both of them, one USB-C port has stopped working. Now, I'm sure if you wanted to go above and beyond and complain to customer service, you could probably get that sorted out. But just as an example, it kind of shows why they're more affordable. Maybe there's a little bit of cheaper material in there or whatever. But if you can afford it, go with EcoFlow. I'm super happy with all of my EcoFlow products so far. That being said, while I don't have personal experience with them, obviously Chrome has a lot of experience with Jackery. My cousin has a little Jackery and she's never had any issues with it. Again, I would say they're on par with EcoFlow. So that's another good alternative. So if you can find a good sale, go with one of those. Alternatively, if you're in Canada, order it from Craze Outdoors and use the code VanlifePLUS at checkout to save 10% off your first order. If you're in the States, you hooped. Kurt says, it's my first time to travel to Canada next July, like 2025 or this coming one. Any chance to meet you and have a drink? Here's a little coffee treat for you and my BFF Amber. Okay, calm down. It's not like I have half of a medallion and she has the other half, and when we get together, we put them together and go, ah! Like, my BFF is Mike. Let's get it correct here. But thank you very much. I got a lot of love from Belgium happening in the chat tonight. Thank you very much, Kurt. I appreciate that. Yeah, there's potential, except if it's this July, it's probably very unlikely because I'm very, very busy this July. But who knows? I greatly appreciate the super chat, though. Thank you very much. I thought you had issues with EcoFlow, the company. I can't remember the exact reason you were put off. The company didn't do anything specific. It was just the way that it worked out, right? And I've told this story before. So last year, EcoFlow approached me and offered me a very, very generous review collaboration, right? They were going to send me the Wave 2 air conditioner, the Delta 2 Max power station, the solar generator, and the Glacier, the refrigerator. Right now, at the time, I didn't really need any power, and I didn't really have any interest in the air conditioner, although it was like the second thing that I was interested in. So it was going to be all these things are going to be sent to me, and I would have to do review videos for all of them. And EcoFlow is very specific. They have you sign a contract. They ask very specifically for things to do. They usually want 2 videos for each product. Yada, 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 which was a little intense for somebody like me. I don't have like a marketing team or anybody. What you see is what you get, right? And the only reason I really said yes to it at the time was because I really wanted the Glacier refrigerator, because it is a dual zone and it is an ice maker in it. That's why I said yes to that original deal. What happened is they sent me the air conditioner, they sent me the power station, and then they said, sorry, we've had production issues. We're not sending you the fridge. Can you just make extra videos of the Wave 2 and the power station? So it's not like they did it on purpose. I'm sure they were having production issues. The world was and currently is on fire when it comes to stuff like that. That's kind of what, like, that put a bad taste in my mouth in terms of doing collaboration stuff and reviewing products. As nice as it is that I'm getting these very expensive items for free, I didn't really want it to begin with. I only said yes because of the one product I didn't end up getting. But there's nothing wrong with the company at all. They were very quick to respond to any other questions I had or any other concerns. But that's what you're remembering. Yeah, I've seen that EcoFlow one. That's a potential thing for a future build for sure. That alternator charger looks pretty sweet. Okay, hang on. Which EcoFlow do you have, Jacqueline? I see she says, I like my EcoFlow. Amazon Prime Day has good deals. I don't know which one you have. Just curious. Yeah, no problem, my true serenity. There's always a lot of stuff being talked about and thrown around. It's understandable that people would get confused on certain things. How did the Wave 2 work out as advertised? I'm not 100% sure. I'm hoping to give it a more thorough test this summer and get it vented properly. Now that I found a store on Etsy that actually makes proper window vents for the hoses, because my issue last year when I was using it is I wasn't venting it properly, and apparently that's a big no-no. But even when I was venting it incorrectly, it was cooling down the van. So yeah, so far no problems with it. Now, that being said, it's been sitting for a few months and I haven't fired it up, but we shall find out soon. Oh, well, thank you, Vernon. That's very kind of you. Vernon says question, even though it's not a question. You're supposed to use an S right there. He says, Matthew, I sent you some solar panel brackets. I hope they fit, and some bolts. Sent some stuff for Penny. Well, thank you very much. It's very kind of you, Vernon. I hope they were the right brackets and you didn't just pull the trigger, because the brackets need to be in an S shape, right? That's how they work. And I still need to grind them off. So as I appreciate that, Vernon, I will put them in the garage and hold on to them for when I do get around to that project. It's very kind of you to do that, sir. More so, Penny, you got more shit coming. Some people's kids. Thank you, Vernon. Hey, Terry Grace. I haven't seen you forever. How are you? Lovely to see you in the chat. All the way from Georgia. Hey, that's funny. Where is it? Vertical. Terry. I was wearing this at the beginning of the live stream. This is the Georgia Peach Flannel. I'd like to say I was wearing it in your honor, but I didn't even know you were going to show up. But anyway, I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Actually, I hope you're doing well. You said I'm very confused now. Either way, I also hope you are doing well, Miss Terry Grice. Jude. Oh, well, thank you so much. Welcome to my Patreon. Anybody who joins my Patreon, I will try to send you. I'm not try to. I will send you a welcome message once the live stream is done. Thank you for joining. I greatly appreciate that. Anyway. Hey, underscore, welcome to the live chat. If you've been here for a while, my apologies. My other half, Jason Kelly, knows a lot about overlanding stuff. He follows and talks to a lot of people in the companies that he deals with. Well, that's good. It's always good to know more rather than less. How are the flags holding out, says Jay-Z the horse. Okay. They're getting frayed a little bit more day by day. That's just like par for the course with them. Did I get a new van, asks Terry. No, I'm still unlucky. I just rebuilt it. Looks like you remembered to grab some hats while you were at your mom and dad's. Sure did. Awesome. Okay, so I'm just going to shout out a reminder here for anybody who joined recently, just hanging out, having a live stream chat with the community here on a Friday. It's 5:30. I'm going to say evening now. Any questions you have for me that you want me to ask or want my opinion, wants me to answer, or want my opinion on, please feel free to throw them into the chat. Definitely helps if you put 3 capital Qs at the beginning of your question, helps it stand out amongst the other riffraff like Ashley Lamborghini and Bill Boyer and every other nonsensical person in the chat. And if I don't answer your question right away, don't take it personally. I tend to ramble on with my answers. Keep saying it and I'll get around to it eventually. Right. Just kidding, Bill. Also, hello. How are you, sir? Always nice to see you in the chat. My ex made me delete my Patreon membership, so I got to get that back. Well, I guess we know who wore the pants in that little fandangle. Oh, Kevin! That's it. I'll do it. Why won't I marry Ashley? Nobody can tie me down. Nobody can tame this wild steed. All the while, how are the flags holding out has been on the screen. Oh my God. Anyway. Also, Ashley's too old for me. I have the EcoFlow 720 watt-hour portable power station and bundled with it the 160 watt solar panels. I also have the River 2. Aren't you fancy? Just kidding. I missed what Jackie said if she told me which EcoFlow system she has, but I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. What was the last book I read? To Kill a Mockingbird, when it was published. Oh, Chad, she won't be able to answer you because I just put her in timeout. Oh, never mind. He knows that. There you go, Vernon. Well, I guess it's a little weird to say it that way, but it's true. Oh, that's a good one. Where to go? My True Serenity says, what adjustments do you feel you need to make to Lucky 2.0 having lived in your new build for a bit? That's hard to say. I do kind of want to get rid of that hanging cabinet, like the new one that I put on the other side above the bed. I talked about this earlier before you were probably in the live chat, and I said it's because it kind of makes it a little bit more claustrophobic back in that area. And also when I'm in bed watching TV is a little bit more of a pain in the ass because it's mounted to that cupboard and the cupboard comes out so far and the TV kind of hits against it. So that might be something that's about to go. And I'm just going to take all of the naughty clothing that's in there and stuff it into a cargo net on the wall of the van. So everybody gets to stare at my ginch as we continue down the vlog storyline. But other than that, I don't really see myself changing too much as of right now. It's a good question. What's the best sandwich? Meatball sub. How are Brooklyn, Lindsay, and Penny doing? They all seem to be doing fairly well. Lindsay's just getting over a cold, and Brooklyn was a bundle of fun yesterday, and she is coming camping with us tomorrow. And Penny is passed the F out on the bed in the back. So I'd say all in all, everybody's doing pretty good. Oh no, 32 is still too old. Come on, Amber, get your poop in a group. Like, you kind of read that heater instruction book. That's fair. Does van life ever get lonely? Also, my car smells like delicious taco time. First of all, Bender. Second of all, yeah, for sure it does get lonely. I mean, it's a lifestyle that really works better for introverts, I believe. But even introverts can get lonely from time to time. Now, those introverts are weirdos. I would love to be just left alone and be on my own all the time. I am fine with that. Now, there are moments when I get sad and lonely, but then I put on my big boy pants and I get the F over it. That being said, extrovert lifestyle, or extroverts in general, this is still a lifestyle that works because they can find a community of like-minded people, right? But yeah, it gets lonely. Come on, like, think about it, right? Absolutely, you're spending a lot more time in an isolated tin can. You don't have to, but by and large, you are going to do that more so than you're going to do if you're not living in the van, right? You just got to find ways to just occupy your time and be okay with it. So if you're somebody that needs to be around people all the time, it's probably not the best idea, but I believe people can get over those sorts of like hurdles. Now it's beer 30. There's Sarah Rose. No, Ashley's covered in tattoos as well. Ick. No offense, Jan. No offense, Ashley. Lisa says, thoughts on the eco-worthy. I don't have any thoughts on this, Lisa. That company's actually reached out to me to review their batteries before, but I don't have any experience with that brand. Look at their warranty, see if that's any good and what their return policy is. And if it's better than lead time, do it. But if it's not better than lead time, I think my promo code still works. I'm not sure. I don't get any kickback or anything, but you should give it a shot. I'm imagining it's VanlifePLUS. I don't know. How many marriage proposals do you get per live? Too many. Everybody just needs to calm down. How long did I put Ashley in timeout for? I have no idea. I don't get to choose like Kevin does. I think it's 5 minutes. Well, thank you, Vernon. There you go. He's doing his homework. Greg Smith, hello. Welcome to the live chat, sir. Hope you're having a good start to your weekend. Nancy, full armor tattoos. This is why you and I will never be. I'm just giving you a hard time, Nancy. If I don't. Oh, Shane's got 36 tattoos. Well, Shane and I are definitely never getting married. And that's the only reason why. My True Serenity says, how much of your day do you spend outside of Lucky or Grace? This question dovetails with the recent question you addressed. Yeah, lots. I don't know. I don't know the exact number, but very rarely am I just sitting hunkered down in Lucky. And that's one of the things that I've actually really enjoyed about this lifestyle, is that it's forced me to be outside more. You know what? I shouldn't even say forced, but it's encouraged me to be outside more. Not because I don't want to be in the van, but because it just seems to go hand in hand with this lifestyle. Like, I'm in my van, so I'm going down to these like wide open public spaces more often, and it's more enjoyable to be outside than it is to sit inside. Whereas when I'm in an apartment or wherever, it's just like, yeah, go for a walk, and who gives a shit? Let's go back to the couch and watch Netflix or play video games or whatever. So I've definitely enjoyed the lifestyle pushing me towards being outside a little bit more. So it's definitely, I'm outside more than I'm inside, I think. Only one proposal that matters. And it was that wasn't long enough, says Kevin. Yeah. Sorry, Shane. I'm sure you'll recover, though. What's your go-to camping spot other than Dinosaur Provincial Park? My go-to. I don't know. Honestly, I guess kind of Mount Kidd at this point. I think Dinosaur is the only one I've been to 3 times on the vlog so far. So everything else is kind of even. Actually, you know what? That's not true. McLean Creek. I guess McLean Creek is my go-to after that. It's nice and close, easy to get to, gets you just far out enough that you lose service, and it's right near the adorable little hamlet of Bragg Creek. Probably McLean Creek, for sure. Did he just spank her back into timeout? Sorry, Ashley, I had no control. Mount Kidd, there's signal at Mount Kidd for sure. I was just there. Very lot of signal happening out there at Mount Kidd. Matthew's having an egg. No, he's not. Go to the Dixon parking lot. Yikes. Do you know of any boondocking near Banff? No, I highly doubt there's anything out there. I don't think they really allow it. It's a national park, right? So I wouldn't risk it. I'm sure you could get away with it if you were in like a subtle enough vehicle, but no, I don't know of any places that allow it. Nancy, I'm like an onion. Many layers. Just peel the onion. Do I not worry about people messing with your rig stuff when you commute and leave Lucky at the campsite? The fact that I ask may not speak well of where I live. LOL. I've heard a lot of people ask that. No, I don't. Like it's anything else. It's camping, and I don't know. You can't go camping and just stay there at the campsite the whole time. You know what I mean? And I feel like there's not a lot of thieves spending that amount of money on camping spots, and it's so out of the way. I don't think people are just really going to go around to thieve shit. But you always kind of worry about it, but I try to not let it rule my life and ruin my experience. Oh boy. Well, it's only because she said it that way. Bye-bye. Careful what you wish for. What new movie can I recommend? And have I seen the movie Dune? Yeah, I want that 2.5 hours of my life back. And what a dog turd of a movie Dune was. I saw, what was the last movie I saw? The Fall Guy was entertaining, and Abigail was really good. Do I buy an annual pass for the parks, or do I pay daily? I buy annual passes. I don't have one for Banff this year because I haven't been there. But I've got the Kananaskis Conservation Pass. I just buy that for the year because it's way too expensive to do it daily if you're going to go like more than 4 times, I think. Civil War wasn't good. Civil War was a wasted opportunity. Sorry, Shane. The last 20 minutes were great. The assault on the White House, that was great. But the rest, the concept, they totally shit all over that. It could have been something else. The poster for the movie are 2 snipers hunkered down in the torch of the Statue of Liberty. That's not in a movie. I was very disappointed by that movie. Anyway. Have I spent any time camping on Crown Land? We've talked about that. Yeah, I was just out there not too long ago. Rocco! Oh my goodness, Rocco, you sent me a donation on PayPal too, sir, and I meant to write you back, and I got all distracted with the sticker orders I had on there. Sir, thank you so much for that. And now, thank you so much for this. I greatly appreciate it. Have a pint on me, as he always does. I will do that right now. You know what? It ain't a pint, and it's already paid for. But Rocco, thank you, sir. I feel terrible for not sending you a thank you over there, but here I am now, cracking myself a kind of pint. Thank you, Rocco. I appreciate that. Good night, Nicole. You have yourself a fantastic weekend. What did I think of the Pop-Tart movie? Is that a thing? Is there a Pop-Tart movie? What the hell? Did I see Bob Marley? I did. One Love. I saw it. I enjoyed it. It wasn't very memorable. So that tells me, like, I enjoyed it while I was watching it, and I enjoyed the music. But the movie itself wasn't very memorable. And that tells me that it wasn't very well done. On some level, on a level that's not like, oh, it was bad acting or it was bad direction. I think it just kind of was. And they tried to make it seem like, I don't know, there's this whole like sequence with the man on the horse in the fire ring and all that. But I enjoyed it for the music, and it got me like reinterested in Bob Marley. So I downloaded the soundtrack and have been listening to a lot of that. So that was great. Hi, Blair. But yeah, the movie itself was, I guess it was mediocre. But I enjoyed it. I saw it when I was in Cranbrook. I showed that on the vlog. Oh, Seinfeld's movie, Frosted. That's right. There is a Pop-Tarts movie. I thought when you said that, like a cartoon movie popped into my head. It was okay. It wasn't anything special. It was, it was what it was. You saw me at McLean 2 years ago before you were a subscriber? Jacqueline. See, that's why Anastasia and me are on like the same page. She knows about Civil War. Goodbye, Cam. Good luck with that, sir. Have a good one, Vicky. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Did I watch Atlas with Jennifer Lopez? Yeah, I did. My dad actually was like, "Oh, what's this?" And he put it on the other night. It was like the last night I think I was out there with my little girl and we watched it. Yeah. Yeah. J-Lo, to her credit, J-Lo tried. She did. And some of the lines from her robot mech or whatever were kind of funny, but all in all, it was like, what the? We've seen this movie 1,000 times. So I was just like, oh God. I'm glad it was on Netflix, right? The original 1984 Dune was fine. No remake required. House Harkonnen was a little too fabulous for me. However, the rest was good. Never saw the original. That is not a storyline that interests me. I don't care. My brother loves it. He loved the Denis Villeneuve new one, but it was a snooze fest for me. We all watched that. We watched that as a huge extended family. I remember watching Dune at Sanctuary with Byron and Steph and Lindsay and Sadie and my mom and my dad. And I think even Steph's parents were there. What a tragedy of a movie. I didn't like Blade Runner 2049 either, though. Dennis is not he peaked with Prisoners as far as I'm concerned. Hey, Marcella English Ockletree. How are you? Also, sorry, Chad. Thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate that. I like just tear apart your opinion and be like, no. Well, thank you very much. He just wanted to get his point across, though, as well. Did I read 1984? I don't think I actually ever did. I don't know. You miss Amber? Oh, you can go hang out with her. Bye. Damn it, didn't stick. Maybe Kevin tried to do it at the same time. It's not working. I don't think it's working anyway. The internet's on your side right now, Ashley. Say it again. Hi, Mary Ranks. How are you? Welcome to the live chat. Have I tried the peace sign with one hand or two hands yet on the iPhone? Yeah, it does the... Nope, that doesn't do... Oh, there it is. Balloons. Is 2 fireworks? I think 2 is fireworks. It's confetti. Oh, this is fireworks. There it is. No! Moving right along. Gotta go buy me a camper. Gotta go. Good luck. Make good choices. You make good choices, Renee. What would my plan be for a major fix? I don't know. I don't know that I have a plan, UCC chef. Hopefully that doesn't happen yet. My favorite classic comedy movie? What define classic? I don't know. Roxanne's pretty good. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels is pretty good. Oh man, I know those aren't really classic. Those are just older at this point. I mean, they're classic to some people, I'm sure. Yeah, it's not a comedy. It's not a comedy, but it's got funny parts in it. It's on Golden Pond. But again, I wouldn't call that a classic. I don't know. Am I going to see the new Mad Max movie? The Mad Max movie that Mad Max isn't in? I mean, maybe I might wait for it to be in the cheap theater. I don't really give a shit about Furiosa and her story, but I hear that both Anya Taylor-Joy and Chris Hemsworth turned in some pretty good performances. So I liked Fury Road. So oh, whoops, she should have clarified. What's the best meal I've ever cooked in my van? Steak fajitas. Oh, thank you, Lisa. That's very kind of you to say. Matthew, just watching some of your older videos. This one was entertaining. Your second year of van life as a snowy day, parking outside work. Do you ever see the people you worked with at the shop? No, not really. I've run into a couple of them here and there, but nothing too consistent. Thank you for watching the older content, though. Oh, there's a bug in here. How dare it? You little... Oh, you... Done with you. I tried to save you. You look like you were going to bite me, bastard. Is Amber a good friend or girlfriend? I don't know that she's either of those. What a question. We sure know that she doesn't have half a medallion. What's my favorite music? I get that question a lot too. I kind of like grew up on country music and like alternative punk. That's kind of led into me liking almost everything. But I definitely like Irish punk pirate stuff. So good. Well, that's good to know, Paclo. That it's got even better action sequences. I'll probably give it a shot. Yeah, On Golden Pond's a great movie. My scariest night in the van? My scariest night in the van was when I went to sleep knowing that Amber was parked right next to me the very first time because I knew it was all over. I knew my life was ruined. Well, August Rush. That's an... Oh, yeah, I remember you saying that you just watched that movie. That's a good one. That's a little bit older now. I don't like Irish punk. What are you talking about, Sarah Rose? Oh, Chad just said QQQ. What's the deal with the red emoji that times people out? We just don't like it when Ashley or Amber uses it. That's it. I also don't like it when Amber uses the van emoji. There it is. I knew she was going to do it. Bye-bye. Enjoy your mistake. I know. I have to... I stop addressing it. Marcella, is people are nosy and don't listen, and it's fine. Did I watch Mr. Jones like I recommended? No. Did you recommend that? I didn't watch it. Uh-oh, Leon hit enter too soon. Do I think the Chevy Express rust in the what? Awakening. Oh, that's a good movie. That's not a comedy movie, though. Robin Williams and Robert De Niro. Yeah, that's a good one. That's like early 90s now, right? Mid 90s. Oh, cool. Okay. Awesome. We have caught up. Okay. I think the first classic movie I cried to as a youngster was To Serve with Love with Sidney Poitier. The emoji will automatically get the both of them silenced immediately, but not for long enough. Snowpiercer, I enjoyed the movie. I haven't watched the show, but I really enjoyed the movie with Chris Evans and Tilda Swinton. It was Tilda Swinton, right? Played the bad guy in that movie? I think so. I enjoyed the movie for what it was. It was based on a Japanese graphic novel, I believe. Every time I'm back, Amber is gone. Here we go. I'm just kidding. Leave her alone. See, Vernon gets it. If I didn't pick on Amber, she'd feel alone. It's all part of the chain of events of support, and it's just a functional ecosystem we've got going on right here. What movie made me laugh the most? I've probably laughed more, but the one that I always remember is The Spy Who Shagged Me. I say that like it's The Spy Who Shagged Me or Goldfinger, whichever one it was. And we just talked about this fairly recently on a live stream as well. But it wasn't the first Austin Powers. It was either The Spy Who Shagged Me or Goldmember. Like rolling in the aisle, pissing my pants, laughing, uncontrollable. That's what I remember happening. And like I said, I'm sure I've seen funnier movies, but for some reason it just sticks in my brain. Yeah, Amber's being a bit of, I don't know what she's doing. She's sending me pictures, probably of her sad face being timeout in her little van. How long has this live been going on for? 2 hours and 27 minutes. Blair. Do the bugs bother Penny in the catio? No, I've never seen her. She's never said anything anyway. Are the recliner seats in theaters worth it? I think so. I think they're game changers. Lindsay thinks the same thing. We went and saw Fall Guy, and she was like, I'm never going to a different theater. I guess she had never been to that specific one before. But do I have any problems with black flies in my area? It's like some parts of Canada. No. We've got flies, but it's not a problem. They're just hanging out, doing their thing. They had to bleep out the title for The Spy That Shagged Me in the UK. Oh, The Birdcage was a funny movie. Robin Williams did great in that, 100%. Mosh, I would be careful with those emojis. We only have it out for you and Amber, Ashley. Calm down. Don't be spreading fear, okay? And it is that time again. I got to go empty the tank. So everybody enjoy the video. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves and think of any questions that you might want to ask me. And I'll get to them when I get back. And you're right, Blair. VIP theaters are awesome. And we're back. How y'all fine folks doing? Let's all go to the lobby. Oh, during the intermission. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a snack. Oh, yeah, no, it works too. I was lying. Whoops. I just banned Chad. Uh-oh. That's because the chat moved down the line. Chad, I will unban you. Oh, my goodness. I just meant to put him in timeout. How do I undo that? No, Chad's gone for good. Gosh darn it. Kevin, help. Hang on, I gotta go into my settings here. Chad's like, what the did I do? Are you playing that video and then standing up and peeing in a bottle? I don't stand up. Community? Oh, there we go. Oh no, those are moderators. Oh, there we go. Where Chad? Is Chad here? Chad! Oh no. How do I unban Chad? This is the end. This is the beginning of the end for us. See what happens when you fart around with emojis, Chad? Good. Has Kevin said anything helpful to me? No. It's a timeout. It said banned. Normally when I time out Amber, it says it's been placed in a timeout. This time it said has been banned and their comments removed. Chad is punching the air as we speak. Chad, come back. I'm just gonna. It's my responsibility. What's going on over here? Oh, do Chevy Expresses rust as bad as the E250? That I'm not too sure of. I don't know. I mean, I guess if the Fords are like known for it, then I would say no. Because I mean, like he's got rust, but oh, of course I've seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest many times. That kind comment. We shall remember, Chad. We will hold him near and dear in our hearts. Why is there a video on how to unblock somebody? All that. This guy is. This guy is all of the enthusiasm rolled into one. Can you guys hear him? Yeah, that's where I am. That's where this should be, but it's not. Let's see. Do it again. How do I fit? Wait, Ashley Lamborghini's on the banned list. What? Oh yeah, you had a different account at one point, didn't you? And then, oh yeah, because you had another account called not Ashley Lamborghini. Chad's not here yet. Maybe I have to sign out and sign back in. Oh, Chad, we shall have vengeance. Justice for Chad. Give me a second, everybody. I'm just trying to see. Yeah, Chad might be screwed. Oh, wait. Did that one just say live bans? Was there a section below everything? Oh, no. Live redirects. Damn it. Whoops. Unblock me. I'm never going to unblock. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today in memory of Chad. That's amazing. I'm going to try signing out of YouTube and signing back in. I'm on StreamYard, so that shouldn't affect the live stream. If it does, everybody have a good weekend. Let's see. I just signed out of YouTube. Then I think we're okay. All right, then. Sign back in. Good gravy. Good gravy, man. Password? I don't bloody know. Not now. Go away. Oh, come on. I'm just trying to find Chad. We lost him. Who lost Chad? Kevin was in charge of keeping tabs on Chad. He just let me ban him. Check your tab. Oh, you're texting me? My phone's. Why is my phone on silent? Hang on. I got to go to my phone here. Oh, he's sending me screenshots. You timed him out only. Oh, 300 seconds? That's a long time. Well, we'll see what happens. Maybe Chad will come back. If he doesn't, we will never know. We can stop worrying about it now. Thank you, Chad. All right. JD Fuller. Hello. How are you? Rajani. Happy weekend. Welcome, welcome. Oh, man. Okay. Catherine. Hello, my dear. To the divine Miss Penelope, who is slumbering on the back. Please buy her something pretty and not a meat puck. Perhaps something with gravy. Maybe some nip. Thank you, Catherine. That's very generous of you. That's a very generous super chat for some nip, and I appreciate it. Hope you're having a good Friday. It suddenly all went black. Chad's back. Woo! Okay, now let me see if I can put him in the proper timeout. Okay. Ban user and delete their comments. Okay, good. Good to know. That's also why he wasn't showing up in my banned list. It's like an unending hell. Wow. That was purgatory. It's called 2 hours ago. I just came out of my coma. APG show. Welcome to the live chat. If you're just joining us, it is a hangout sort of live chat on a Friday evening. You got any questions for me? Throw them into the chat. We tend to like ban people at random too, so you never know when your number might be up. But if you do have a question for me, just type in 3 capital Q's in front of your name. Help the question stand out, and I'll do my best to answer it. Other than that, if you get banned, I apologize in advance. Moving right along. Okay. Trisha Malone. Hi, Matthew. Just wanted to say that I love your videos. You always make me smile. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you very much. That is very kind of you to say, Trisha. I'm glad you're enjoying them. Chat. Thanks, buddy. Made my day. Well, thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Welcome to VanlifePLUS, where I can ban users and they still send me super chats. Thank you, sir. Oh, God. Jacqueline Eek, how are you? Welcome to the live chat. Hopefully you're having a good weekend. Where is Penny Scratcher? Like you said, we'll buy her a new one. It's in the back. Random acts of bitch slapping, bio breaks, and whatnot. Welcome to VanlifePLUS. Nancy summed it up very well. Huh. If you send Ashley to the purgatory again, can you send me with her so I can keep her warm? Oh, you betcha. You betcha, Shane. Now, where's Ashley? He asked for it. Sorry, Ashley. That's what happens when you make friends with vile young men. I'm not, my stuff is lagging. I don't know what's going on there. It says that now it says Shane B was banned, but when I do it to Ashley, I don't get any, it's like, I don't get any notification. It's like, oh, you've done this 1,000 times. You know what you're doing. You don't need to be notified of it. Kevin, what did it say about Ashley just now? Did I do it proper? Because it doesn't, I still can see her comment too. Looking forward to the camp out. I'm a van life virgin. Hope you will all be easy on me. Oh, APG show. What's your name on Patreon? You're coming to the meetup? That's cool. Amber's holding a candle for everybody. You gave her a double whammy again. I don't know what's happening. I'm just clicking on timeout. Where's Amber? I got to test this again. Put user in timeout. There, what happened to Amber? Matthew, maybe you should call your channel Van Life, right? Was that 300 seconds? She's throwing stuff at my van. Watching from Ireland, 300 seconds. My shit's just set to 300 seconds then, because that's just put user in timeout for me. Am I having YouTube issues? No, not right now. We're just farting around, Christina. It's all good. I'll tell you who's having YouTube issues. Ashley, Shane, and Amber right now. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Jeff. Okay, yes. All right, sir. Yeah, we're looking forward to meeting you too. Nobody, it's a fun time, Jeff. No reason to be nervous. It will be lots of fun. I can guarantee it. Everybody there is like-minded and easygoing. Just stay away from Sarah Rose. She tends to bring out the worst in everybody. That's my best advice. There's a such thing as a super mod. No, you don't need to be a super mod. I feel like you don't need that sort of power. And I can't do it anyway. I can only delete your comment, put you in timeout, or ban you. Yes, Islander, she is in the void. Yeah, it's going to be a good time, Jeff. I'm missing the meetup again. We'll be in Vancouver with my family that weekend. Well, it is the Canada Day long week. The long weekend. You know. Vernon was timed out for 300 seconds. That wasn't me. I love how Aaron Blood's just randomly bringing up shit about Roadhouse. I accepted him as Dalton. You can too. Where are Amber's skates? I have no idea. They're probably in her van. Who gives a shit where her skates are? It's summertime. Oh, that's so funny when she chopped wood with them. Yes, I know. I made the video. Joanna Barks. Hello, darling. Sorry, I did see you in here earlier. I didn't say hello to you. Vernon's here. He's not timed out. Everybody just calm down. Oh, Les Habitant. Hey, Matt, I just joined your Patreon. Great content. You need a Steam Deck. Well, you could send me one. Just kidding. Thank you. You know, I don't need a Steam Deck, but thank you very much for joining Patreon. I appreciate that. I'll send you a welcome message later. Yeah, no, I've looked at the Steam Deck. I'm not a big PC gamer. And I just got a couple Switch games sent to me by Annie, another supporter over on my Patreon. And I was filming this for the vlog, so the spoilers for an upcoming vlog. But I was talking about video games on that vlog and how I grew up playing video games. And then I was a huge gamer right before I started my van life. I had an Xbox 360 and then an Xbox One and a PS3 and a PS4. And I even had a PS5 in the van with me up until recently. I got rid of it. I sold it because I wasn't playing it. It was a power hungry beast and it was just taking up a lot of space. And I always sort of thought, oh, well, you know, I grew up on video games. I'll get over them eventually. But like I said, I was a huge gamer right before I moved into the van. And obviously I'm not on that level anymore because I'm living in the van and I've got a lot more going on and I'm busy. But what I found interesting about my video game likes is that I'm sort of making this big full circle back to the beginning. Because when I started playing games, I had an original Nintendo that came out in like whatever it was, 1985 or whatever. I mean, I was one when it came out, so I didn't have it then. But when I did get my hands on it, that's what I grew up with. I grew up with Mario 1, 2, and 3, Mick Kids, the Ninja Turtle games. And then my buddies had Genesis and whatnot. So Sonic the Hedgehog and stuff like that. But I'm finding myself kind of circling back around. And those are the kinds of games that are interesting me. I am interested in. Are interesting me? You know what I mean? Because I was like a big first-person shooter guy. I used to play Call of Duty and Destiny and I played the Tony Hawk games. Those were lots of fun and like the more realistic stuff. Right? But I'm finding the Mario games and stuff like that a lot more interesting these days. It's calming. It's more escapism, I guess. I don't know. So I don't know that I need a Steam Deck. But thank you for saying so. Okay. Is in your commute to BC to Calgary, how did the windshield cover hold out on great? Oh, it held out great. The cover works awesome. You'll see in a coming vlog next week is that unfortunately when it's pouring rain, it doesn't work so well. It kind of prevents the weather sealing from working, and I actually ended up with a puddle on my driver's seat, which was weird. But during the commute, it was great. What's my favorite video game that I played? Like favorite of all time? Probably Mario 3, Super Mario Brothers 3. That's an easy go-to. When I was like right before van life, I was huge into Destiny 2 was my game of choice. That's what I was playing ad nauseum. Matthew, did you ever trade your PlayStation in like you said? Yes, I did, Vernon, as I just mentioned. Something to deal with the everyday grind arriving tomorrow with that other thing. Did you get the rails, Bill? I saw your message. I forgot to respond to your email, dude. Thank you very much. That is what it is, but maybe not. Oh no, Grinder. Bill always does that. Grinder. Not the dating app. Bro. Well, thank you very much, Bill. I appreciate that. I might not have time to get it tomorrow, so I'll have to get it when I get back into the city on Monday because we're actually heading out of town midday tomorrow. But Bill, thank you so much. Do they have a pass you can buy for the ferry? Yeah, it's free. Thank you. Sorry. Happens when you're old, Matt. What does? Coming full circle. Wind Waker. I would love a Wind Waker re-release. Wind Waker was a great game. That, for those that know, and I won't spend too much time dwelling on this because I know not a lot of people are into video games, but I was a huge Legend of Zelda fan as well growing up. The Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link on the NES was my first experience with the Legend of Zelda games. Then, of course, I was an N64 child, so Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask were the be-all, end-all, bees knees of my world back then. I remember pre-ordering Ocarina of Time and getting it at Toys R Us on release day. But anyways, when they announced Wind Waker, which came out, that was right after Majora's Mask, I think, on the GameCube, right? It was before. Oh no, Twilight Princess came after, right? Anyway, I remember when they announced Wind Waker and its cartoony, cel-shaded graphics. That this is bullshit. Who wants this nonsense? It's horrible. And then I played the game and I realized how wrong I was. And that is an art style that holds up. That kind of speaks to the whole cartoonish aspect of Mario and whatnot. You look at more realistic looking video games from back then, like The Legend of Zelda, those graphics don't hold up as well. But Wind Waker is timeless. And they re-released it on the Wii U. They need to bring that shit over to the Switch. Although they probably won't because we're so close to whatever the next Nintendo system is going to be. Hi, Anita Chanel. I'm going to assume it's Chanel. Maybe it's Anita Channel, but I like Chanel. It rolls off the tongue. Darling, happy Friday and welcome to the live chat. Michelle Swanson, I'm doing well. Sorry, you jumped in while I'm yapping about video games. It is what it is. What's my favorite part about the new van build? The fridge and the bed, for sure. And Penny's pooper location. Oh, cool hand, Luke. Yeah, that's man. Who remembers Pong? You do. Hey, I finally made a live stream. What's up, crazy humans? Did you get the parcel? I did, and I spent 25 minutes trying to figure out how those 3D printed feet go on the inverter, and I gave up. No idea where you wanted me to put those. So they are in the bin over there, and I put more Velcro on the inverter for the time being to push it away from the wall further because I couldn't figure it out. I don't know where it was supposed to go. Unless you want me to drill into my inverter, and I don't think that's going to be a thing I do, sir. But thank you very much for the super chat, and I hope you're having a fantastic Saturday upside down. Oh, and Borealis Knight is here. Hello, sir, up in Red Deer. How are you? Twisted Metal. Those are PlayStation games. They were fun back in the day, yes. I understand why you like them. You got a lot of tattoos, which means you got a lot of anger and aggression to take out, smashing cars into each other. I understand. Well, also you and your weird emo rock music you listen to. Angry clowns with fire heads and stuff. That makes sense. I actually want to watch that show. They brought that. I think that's on Paramount. Hey, O'Neill. Hello. How are you? The corners. I tried the corners. I gave it a shot. They don't line up with any hole in any configuration. I took screws out. Well, man, nowhere for them to go. Hey, Colin is here. Do you remember what kind of amps your PS5 pulled? I'm going to have one in the van. Amps? No. I don't remember what kind of amps it pulled. But watts, it was pulling close to 500, I think it was between 5 and 700 watts. It was a drain, dude. It was a drain. When you compare that to the Switch that pulls with the TV a total of 24, read the book or words. What book or words? Buy a Porsche. To live in? Yo, what? You ordered me a small air fryer, Callie Nurse? People, I love you all. But you don't have to keep buying me things to show your appreciation. Watching my videos is more than enough. Thank you, Callie Nurse. Well, I hope it works. We're making chicken wings. Actually, I'll probably make matzo balls. Matzo sticks. Oh my God, so many things there. French fries. Ooh! Thank you. How small are we talking? Makes one chicken wing at a time. How much horsepower does Grace have? I have no idea. She just go vroom vroom when I put my foot to the floor. 500 watts is too much. Yes, I'm saying, man. Oh, there you go. Bill Boyer figured it out for you. 3.5 amps. 2.1 to 3.5 amps. That's a lot of power. That's why, like, I only ever played the PS5 when I had short. I shouldn't say I only played it when I had short power, but that's when it was the most appealing. Other times I would use the EcoFlow, but a gaming set, like the EcoFlow would tell me that I could play, as an example, I could play God of War for 5 hours solid on the EcoFlow. Now, I don't know what the watt hour is on the EcoFlow station I have, but that's a huge drain. So I wasn't a big fan of that. And anyways, I was just getting disinterested in those games. I tried to play Spider-Man 2. It was a great game. I love Spider-Man. He was my favorite comic book character growing up, but that game, I just couldn't get into it. I just, bye-bye. Has one been sent out already? No, not at all. I was just Callie Nurse, not at all. But thank you. I was just surprised at your generosity and just people it's crazy. I do appreciate that. And I'm very excited to use said air fryer. Hopefully it's not a huge power drain. Although as you said it's a small one, we should be just fine. Oh, I like my chicken fried. Cold beer on a Friday night. How much power does Lucky have now? 300 watts. 300 watt hours or amp hours. Sorry, watt hours. No. Yeah, watt hours. Besides my TV, I'm thinking about putting it away. It's a 24-inch. I say that because I really like TV. I like movies. I like playing my games. I like big TVs. I go walk through Best Buy, see the stupid 70-inch, beautiful 8K plasma, sucky, crucky TVs that just like make toast. And I'm just like, but there's nowhere for that to go in the van. So I got a 24-inch little piece of shit RCA and it works just fine. Donkey Kong's a good game. Kim Jones! Donkey Kong is frustrating, especially when you try playing it with Amber. But yes, they are fun games. Do I still have the toaster? I do. Funny you should ask. I just made myself 3 pieces of toast before the live stream. It's in the back of bringing it camping because now that I've got the freezer, I picked up frozen pancakes for this weekend. Like Eggos, not Eggos, they're like the in-house brand because they were a little cheaper. But I got a freezer now, and the only thing that's in the freezer was the wieners, keeping them frozen because you can't let your wieners go bad. So they were in the freezer, but they've thawed out now. And then I've got freezies and frozen yogurt tubes for Brooklyn. She loves those, but there's still so much space in there. So I'm like, oh my god, right, Eggo waffles and shit. So there's a box of that in there now. So I wanted to make sure that I had the toaster on hand. It had been in storage, but I still have it. It pulls 900 watts, almost 1,000 watts when it's toasting. Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door is what I'm on now. That's one of the games I just got sent to me, Chris. Yeah, that was one I skipped. I never played it on GameCube, and I had no idea it was so well received. So that and Mario RPG are my next 2 go-tos. Isn't it 24K now, right? 24K resolution TV. We just inject it into your eyeballs, and it's like you're there. Calm down. We can't even see more than 4K for crying out loud. Ridiculous marketing gimmicks. What was the name of the hibiscus Dixon you had on? I must have one. You won't be able to get it, Catherine. That is, oh gosh, don't make me go get it. I know which one you're talking about. Because the white one with the plants on it is the Zen. Oh, it's the Maui Wowie, I think is what it's called. I'm gonna double check for you. Hang on, it's in the back here. Give me a second. Where we keep all our shit in the back. Hi Penny, how are you? I'm just getting a Dixon. Have you seen any? Oh my god, why did we bury it on the bottom? It's right underneath the rim liquor. Because of course it is. Hang on, Catherine, I'm doing this for you. Oh, it's not the Maui Wowie. I lied. Hang on, I'll be right there. Ooh. Yeah, Penny, I hear you. Oh, it's called the Maui Modern. But it came out last year. I had that. I first wore it during our last camping trip last season before I took off for Edmonton for my back surgery assessment. But yeah, it's called the Maui Modern. It is a very nice one. You got good taste, girl. Where did I get the TV? Ooh, where did I get the TV? Might have been at Walmart. I honestly can't remember. Probably was. Toast with Nutella. No. Peanut butter. Donkey Kong for SNES. Yeah, those are good, but Amber and I a while back. This is why we don't really speak anymore. We were playing Tropical Freeze. But that's what I was specifically mentioning. I got the Instant Vortex 2-quart mini air fryer. Love it in my truck camper. Speaking of truck camper, are you serious about getting rid of the van and getting a truck camper someday? I am serious about that in terms of I'm serious about considering it. I love the look of the Toyota Tundra, and throwing a camper on there, that would be really cool as an alternative, but that is not like on my docket of something to shoot for right now. I still very much want a Ford Raptor R. That would be great, but that's not going to happen either. You know, it's just like these aspirations and things that you have. So the truck camper is definitely more realistic than like the Raptor. But, and could you imagine putting a camper on a Raptor? That'd be ridiculous. Just especially the Raptor R, just floor it, just with this freaking camper on the top. But yeah, maybe one day. It doesn't necessarily. Maybe I'm not fully living in it, but as a alternative for camping purposes, you never know. Hooked on Dixon. I bought 3 shirts already. Very comfortable. You're not wrong, Matthias. I'm glad you're enjoying them. Hang on a second. Here we go. We got. Oh my god. I need a huge TV swivel mount. I know, and they don't like. I know. Mine's a little jank. Mine's an RV specific one. It's lockable. Not that mine is in a position where it ever locks. But if I remove that hanging cabinet, then I'm going to have to move the TV. So it's probably going to have to get mounted to the wall. So that'll be something that I have to tackle at a later date. If I do get rid of that hanging cupboard. I don't know yet. Nancy's Dixon hunting. Celeste. Ever consider cat cam to keep an eye on Penny and Lucky? It would make for additional quality content and allow you to look inside at any time on your cell phone. No, she does fine without me peeping on her. She needs her privacy. I don't need to be a helicopter parent. Thanks for checking. Bugger, just loved it. Yes, it is a nice shirt. I like my Hawaiian shirts. I love all of those party shirts. I'm leaning away from the bamboos from Dixon. They're super comfortable, super lightweight, but I like the party shirts more, which are the loud ones, right? And that's just like it reminds me of when I was a school photographer, and I used to wear my Hawaiian shirts on the job when I was doing group photos, because it was a great way of grabbing the kids' attention, along with my booming voice. But I've always worn like loud tropical shirts like that. So when they come out with the really poppy ones, I just, it's my kryptonite, man. 65-inch curved TV. I'm 10 feet from it. Shut up, Terry. Show off. Do I still use the mini waffle maker? I haven't in a while, but I just cleaned it off in my mom's, and it's in the back drawer, and that's going to be on the docket for sure. Let me see the new hat again. Missed it. There's a new hat. You talking about the one I'm wearing? It's not new. It's just a Dixon hat. I don't like it. Bend the brim. This shit is horrible. Any hat that's like this is the worst. Curve it, damn it. Stupid flat build nonsense. Anyway, that's it. Have you sent out the recent sticker orders so I know when to expect them? I did the other day. Like 2 days ago. You use your construction adhesive to glue the feet to your inverter. Yeah, I don't know if that would work too well. Sure hope you don't leave the mic on when you go to the Biffy. I try not to. Thanks, Ian. Appreciate that. Please say hello to Kathy McCormick. She adores your content. Hi, Kathy. Thank you for watching. And thank you for tuning into the live stream. I hope you're having a good start to your weekend. Haven't contributed to the rum fund for a while, and that's why there's no rum being drank tonight, Kim. Thank you so much. I'm just kidding. That's very kind of you, Kim Jones. You're my rock star, and I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Where do you store your extra TP in Grace 2.0? I'm sorry? The fuck? Have you sent out the... Oh, there it is again. Yes, I did send out stickers. I'm obviously very far behind. Oh, no, I wasn't that far behind. Everybody just calm down. It was so needy. Answer my question now, damn it. You fool that lives in a van. Hang on. Creed Stonegate says, have you ever watched a movie in VR? My Quest 2 replaced my TV years ago. If you don't mind wearing a headset, it's cheaper and smaller than a good TV. No, I've never even done. Well, I did VR once when I was working at Range, and we went to the rec room. Was it the rec room? Yeah, it was the rec room. That's the only time I've ever done VR. So obviously I don't have one in the van with me. But yes, there we go. Would you consider going back to Life Touch as a photographer? Absolutely not. Would you like me to send it to you if they have all sizes in women's? Oh, Aussie Jack has the Maui Modern. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I know what TP means. Have I ever shown toilet paper on my channel, though? And Grace is still Grace 1.0. I know it was a typo. Please edit that portion out. No, Lucy, it's got to be the most realistic van life experience ever. Leaving that shit on. What is Kevin sending me? Ooh, he's got the Ninja. Oh, that's a different one than the one I saw at Walmart yesterday. 6.5. That's big. Yeah, I wouldn't want. That's huge. Oh, this is Amber. Let's give Amber's phone number out. There it is. That's what she was texting me when she was acting like a fool in timeout. So now we go into Amber's contact info and block caller. Make sure her phone number is not actually there. You come down here. There. Now I've blocked her in real life. Bye-bye. Okay. Anyway, moving right along with the rest of our evening. The sweet sound of silence. Anyway, anybody who else has just joined the live stream, we're just hanging out, having a good time, giving Amber and Ashley a hard time. Shane too, when he acts a fool. We tend to put chat in timeout just for funsies to see what'll happen and see how much the owner of the YouTube channel can panic. But if you have just joined and you have a question about van life or anything else you might want my opinion on, please throw it into the chat, just like Celeste did, with 3 or 4 capital Qs, and I will do my best to answer them. If I don't get to your question right away, don't take it personally. I tend to ramble on a bit. Ever thought about what would you do for income if YouTube ever ends? I'd get a job. That's the only option you have. You go get a job. That's my thought, right? I have a plethora of experience when it comes to Mickey Mouse jobs. That will have to be what I do. Although we're in this world where you say if YouTube ever ends, is that you got to say the internet ends, because what I could also do is I could just exclusively move to Patreon, right? I could promote all of my material on Patreon, and hopefully more people would come over there, and hopefully I'd be able to make a living there. I think immediately to say I'd go get a job, well, if I needed to, I would, because that's the responsible thing to do. But I'm very fortunate, and I love the fact that I'm making a living creating content and making movies, because that's what I wanted to do ever since I was a little boy, right? So I wouldn't want to give up on it immediately, and I would like to think that I hope a bunch of people would come over to Patreon and support it there, and I would just upload my videos there for everybody to watch, and nothing would change other than it wouldn't be available publicly. Can't do it. Publicly. Nailed it. So we'll see. Also, hi Clint, how you doing, sir? No, I wouldn't go back to the mechanic shop. I'm done with that sort of job. I can't do that again. I'm not going to put my body through that risk. It's not worth it for me. It's not worth the risk of not being able to do certain things for my little girl. I would definitely have to make the concession and find a job that is easier on my body. Matthew's having a stroke. It's because Ashley's still in the chat. She hasn't been in the chat this long for months because she was in a relationship that was making her quit Patreon and stuff. So it's throwing me off. So her presence alone is what's causing the stroke. Set up a camping date yet with Mickle Pickle? No, actually, I need to reach out to him. We're probably going to be hopefully doing something in September. You don't know what the hell we're talking about, make sure you're subscribed and check out all the camping videos. Do I have a Vice party shirt? A Vice? No. Is that that's the blue, really like aqua-y blue one? I ordered that from Dixon and they ran out of my size and they had to refund my order last year. If you've got it in 2XL on the upside down, that'd be amazing, Jackie. Sorry, I shouldn't be. You don't have to. It's fine. I've got more than enough t-shirts, Jackie, and you know that's true. And you have sent me 2 flannels, so you don't need to send me anything else. But yeah, that's oh yeah, Miami is what it's at. But anyways, yeah, that's a nice one. I didn't get my hand on that, that's for sure. I wasn't aware Patreon was not part of YouTube. No, they're completely separate entities. Patreon and YouTube have nothing to do with each other. A lot of people have actually done that. They've quit YouTube and moved over to Patreon exclusively. There's other options as well, right? Like there's Odyssey, there's Rumble that you can upload the videos to for public consumption. Then you've got stuff like Locals, which is just like Patreon, but another version of it. So there's lots of options, right? Well, I'm sure it is on sale. It's a year old. They usually don't charge full price for stuff that's old. That is that old. Relationship is correct. I didn't misspeak. Yeah, no, I like Rumble too, Chad. I liked it because I started uploading to Rumble when I was having all that issue with my channel back in the day. And if you know what I'm talking, that's a big if you know, you know. But they I guess YouTube threw a little bit of a hissy fit because what I used to be able to do was have a setting automatically that connected. So every time I would upload a video to YouTube, it would automatically get uploaded over to Rumble as well. But YouTube didn't like the competition, I guess. I don't know the actual red tape of it all, but they got rid of that feature. So none of my videos have been going over to Rumble. And because I've been uploading primarily with my Wi-Fi, so I'm using up my data every month. I haven't been uploading to Rumble as well. So, but it's nice to know that there are other options out there. And then, yeah, like Kevin just said, there's something called Buy Me a Coffee, which is the same thing too, right? There's a lot of options out there for sure. Hey, Matt, why didn't you expand on the EcoFlow power station, meaning more batteries instead of the inverter, solar controller, LiPo batteries, and the other stuff? Because I already had all the other stuff. I didn't want to, and there's no way for me. I shouldn't say there's no way, because there's always a way to make things work. But the diesel heater is not going to run off the EcoFlow very easily. You know, they need a certain whatever, and the 12 volt just works really good for that, especially. So that was a case of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I like having the EcoFlow, and I actually talk about this in the next vlog. I do a little bit of an update with my EcoFlow station. I like having it to charge my everyday things like my cell phone, the mic, my switch, and I let the house batteries run everything else, like my lights and my diesel heater and my refrigerator, right? So it's nice to have both. I just didn't want to, invest more money in what stuff I didn't need. I already had other things, right? Good night, Sheila Kane. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, my dear. I have seen Jeeps here in Iowa with the extra brake light behind the spare tire, and they are really cool. Grace will look cool with her spare tire light. That's coming. I just finished editing that video. I finally got it installed. And then I slapped a bike rack on it. So he's whatever. He is Thor. Agreed on the relationship subject. That was I first heard that phrase from Dane Cook. I can't take credit for it, but I do like using it. Will you ever do a vlog about your YouTube Patreon income? You'd have to join Patreon to hear about that. I've talked about it very candidly over there. YouTube, people don't like to hear about you talk about your money. That's just the way of the world, unfortunately. You might want to hear about it, but it doesn't mean that the vast majority of people do. That being said, I've also been pretty candid when I have spoken about it. I make enough money to just to get by and pay my bills every month. I'm not, living in the lap of luxury or anything. But I'm definitely just trying to keep my nose to the grindstone and work hard and make the money and start paying off debt and hopefully start putting a little bit of money away. But in terms of actual what I make and stuff, there was a time, I don't know, about a year ago now, maybe, I was very open and honest on Patreon about that stuff, just because I was venting, because it was frustrating in terms of how ad revenue works on YouTube and how there's no hard and fast rule for it. You can't do something on YouTube and then think that you can do that exactly the same and it's going to be paid the same. It's always in flux and it's crazy. It's very fun. As an example, I try to make my videos around a length where they make roughly $200 to $250 per video. You usually only get, I guess I'm talking about it now. You usually only get that in the first 3 or 4 days that the video is live, unless it does really well, like that one winter video I have that just took off and it's got almost a million views, or maybe almost 900,000 views. That video made me about 10 grand. I don't get that I got that payout, but that was before YouTube took their 20%, right? Most of the time my videos make about $200, $250, and that's before YouTube takes their cut. But as an example, I've been breaking my videos up and testing video lengths. That one camping video that just went live this week, that's 22 minutes. That video made $93. So it's very frustrating. It really is frustrating. So it's also something when you don't know why or have all of the education or understanding or reasoning as to why, it's also not a very nice subject to talk about, because you're not really talking about it from a point of knowledge. You know what I mean? It's just coming from a point of frustration more than anything. Yeah, that was the one video, that one winter video did that. Yeah. Merle Haggard. Rocio in the chat. I've seen you going back and watching the old videos with your purple heart. I appreciate that, my dear. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well at the end of the day, Rocio, because that's what's the most important. So you got to take care of you and make sure things are good. And I hope that's what you're doing. We do miss you around here, but I appreciate you going back and watching the older videos when you can. Sir, I would like that same energy when I come into the chat. Instead, I'm blocked. Well, yeah, because you're you. That's just the way it is. Oh, things will never be the same. Anyway. Ashley Ferrari! All right. Does anything happen if we rewatch videos multiple times? I don't know. Again, Cindy, I don't know. I really don't think one person doing it would amount to much. And I don't even know if hundreds of people redoing it would amount to much. Right? Because you got to look at, like, if you look at the average of my videos, right now I'm doing great. I'm averaging about 11 to 12,000 views per video. And that's like my number right now. And that gives you some idea of how this whole like thing works, because I've got 36,000 subscribers, but not everybody is watching every video ever. You know, I never see 36,000 views on a video. Also, if you're not subscribed, maybe double check. Or even, sorry, if you're not subscribed, please click subscribe. If you think you're subscribed, maybe double check, because those shenanigans are still happening as well. Can't explain that. Don't know why that's happening, but it is what it is. Are you required by YouTube to advertise on your channel? No, I can disable monetization and not have ads. They don't require me to do that at all. Were the taco burgers any good that we had? Yeah, they were tasty. They had that, like, oh, it's trying to be a Big Mac flavor to it. I don't know that I'd do them again. It was, well, they were easier. They were on the easy side of things, but yeah, they were fine. Sadly, my wife and I watching only counts as one view, and that is fine. It's not all about it. Just, you guys are watching. If you're watching as a couple, if you're watching as a family, if you're watching as an individual, that's fine. I don't mind. I love that people want to do like their part to make sure that I'm, you know, getting paid for what I'm doing and whatnot. I really do appreciate that, everybody. But just as long as you're watching it, that's it. You don't have to worry too much about it. Just keep watching. I'll keep making it, and that is it. Do I continue to get paid from past videos when people watch past videos? Yes, but again, you have to understand why I said it only usually matters for those first 3 or 4 days, especially as somebody who's putting out videos as often as I am. My sync's done, Jamie. Those first 3 days, that's when you see the most viewership, and that's when you get paid the most. Trickle in a couple hundred views here and there after the fact, that's pennies. So yes, I get paid for them, but I'm not really seeing it happen. Now, to go back to that winter video, we can use that as an example. The one that I made bank on, that was 2 Novembers ago. That was 2022 that video went live. It resurged last October or November, and it made me, I think, another close to $1,000 throughout the month, which was nice to see, because for some reason it got pushed to the front of people's feeds and more people started watching it again, I guess because it was winter time. So I did get paid more, but again, when you compare that to what it earned, it was a fraction of what it did. But because it popped up, but it popped off, it went from like 500,000 views to 800,000, so 300,000 views more, right? Now my exact numbers might be off a little bit. I don't have it in front of me, but yes, but it has to be a considerable amount of views for you as the creator to really notice it. Every other video I might be making a buck here or there on, if it's an older video that people are watching. You know what I mean? Again, this is all to the best of my understanding, right? And don't forget to like the videos. Yes, that helps. I just noticed I'm not subscribed. Yeah, see, and it happens, and people don't know that. I don't know what's causing it. I've seen people that are on the ball, and they leave comments saying, I have been unsubscribed every single video that you put out. I don't know why it happens. That's got to be a bug on YouTube's end, Because if you're a consistent viewer and you're very active watching every day, why in the hell would you get unsubscribed? I thought for a minute that maybe it was people who were subscribing on their TVs, and maybe that wasn't being counted. But then how are these people? But you can't comment on your TV, at least not very easily. So these people that are in there complaining about constantly being unsubscribed, I don't think they're only subscribing on their TV. So I don't know if that's the case either, but I did a live chat with Lindsay. That was back when we had Mitchell on as well, when we were camping. And the likes matter. Yeah, the likes help. People hitting the like button absolutely is a big, well, apparently it is. I don't know. Again, I don't know. What does help is when people watch consistently as well. Like when videos get suggested at the end of videos, you watch that. But I mean, people who are watching me every day, they've already seen the suggested video at the end of the video. So I tried them, but by the time I bought all the ingredients to make the smash burger, I could have about like 6 Big Mac meals. Timeout is dark and there's spiders there. Bill, enjoy your weekend. Thank you very much, sir. And thank you for being here. Okay, I'm getting a little far behind. Sorry, we were yapping about a fairly popular and serious subject there. Give me a second. And Aaron Blood just resubscribed. So a lot of people were. Simply comment algorithm. So yeah, if you're watching the live stream, maybe hit the live or the like button. That could help. I don't know. Perhaps people get unsubbed because they sub with multiple accounts. I guess maybe. But then why would they, then to go on to like one account and complain? I don't know. It's all up in the air for me. How about another live video with Byron? Maybe in the future. He's a busy boy. It's hard to find the time with him when I'm out there to do stuff like that. But hopefully it's not like a no-go. He does chess nights at Mountaintop Coffee on Fridays. So maybe if I'm out there and I don't have my daughter, well, I guess I could leave her with her grandparents. But when I have her, I usually like to be with her. So maybe when I'm out there, I could go to a chess night. And when he's done his chess, maybe we could do another live from Mountaintop. That could be fun. It's been a while. I don't know. If you skip the ads, do I still get paid? I don't know. That stuff I don't know either. Right. Good night, Jacqueline. Thanks for being here. Enjoy your weekend. Go Oilers, go. Game on tonight. Oh, I don't care. Good. Yeah, I mean, go Oilers. They're Albertan, I guess. They're doing well. Oh, Shane's back. Guess who's back? Back again. All right, calm down, Shane. Apparently, Shane thinks I don't get paid if you skip the ads. I don't know. Could be the case. Nancy says you got to watch over 30 seconds on the ads for it to count. Are you going to hook your sync up? Jamie, it's already hooked up. I've been involuntarily unsubbed from any channel. I've never been involuntary unsubbed from any channel. Knock on wood. Yeah, now you put that out in the universe, Borealis. Update. I just rejoined Patreon and I just realized I'll be charged again tomorrow. I'm dying. Thanks, Ashley. I appreciate it. All right, tomorrow's the 1st. Love you long time. Here, that's for you, Ashley. Don't say I never did anything for you. I just don't. He's a great lyricist. I just don't like his beats. That's fair, I suppose. We're talking. Oh yeah, because of guess who's back again. Yeah, I've heard. Oh, yeah. I've got Chad and Jacqueline are talking. Yeah, that makes sense. Hi, Matt. Another great week of videos. Thank you, Elton. I appreciate that. Did you give away my shit for free, Kevin? I'll slap you. Slap your shorts right off. Well, your fiance is giving me money, bro. So calm down there, Shane. Oh man, we're doing this is a nice Friday hangout, everybody. We got a nice sort of like constant 300 plus people here. Great questions, great personalities in the chat, minus Amber, Ashley, and Shane. Chat again. Sorry for the mix up, but Divine Wrath is here. So hello, how are you? This is feels a little bit more laid back than the last few. Not that they were intense or anything, but Maybe it's because I started earlier. We'll never know. Thanks, Shane. I love you too. Again, if you guys are just joining, question and answer live stream. We've been doing this for, wow, 3.5 hours. Look at me go. Jane is here. Good morning, Matthew. I just checked. Unsubscribed. See? Well, I'm glad I'm giving the shout out here. But anyways, if you just joined, if you've got any questions for me, throw them into the chat, just like Sharon with an E, otherwise known as Preparing the Bride Faith Outreach just did, and ask your question, and I will do my best to get to it if you have any interest in me answering or giving my opinion on anything you might have. Any cooking with Chef Matthew this evening? No, I've got nothing really to cook. I mean, I do have eggs, but those are for the weekend. So I'm not really getting hungry. Penny's over there itching. Penny, come here. You want to come see everybody? Say hi? No? Don't you put that away. Unbelievable. How dare you? Anyway. You never get any hearts from me? Oh, you calm down there, Jackie. You know you got a special place in my heart. When is my video going to be on with the outdoor store? Well, you're going to be waiting a long time because I didn't film one. Remember how I talked about taking more time for just myself and living in the moment this year? That was one of those moments. I didn't film a damn thing except for some little clips for Patreon, but there is no vlog from the day at Craze Outdoors. So if you're waiting, I recommend stop. So any Patreon can show up in July? No, it is a booked campsite. You need to have ordered a ticket. And there were limited spots, and it is already done. So, oh, there she is. She came to say hello. Come see us. Come see us. There she is. Hi, Peony. Oh, yeah. Say hello to everyone. They've been wondering where you are, you lazy feline. Oh, that's a stare. Whoever blinks first loses. Not me. You and Penny. Oh, well, you looked away. It's a go girl. Was it a go girl? Yeah. You hungry? Is it time for dinner? Is it time for your dinner? Are you so hungry? Yes. Yes. You need another brushing, cat. You need another brushing. All right. I'm going to give her smooth loaf. Just see what we got going on in the chat here real quick. Good. Perfect. Okay, give me a second. I got a lot going on in the van right now, you guys. I got the cooler on the driver's seat. I got Brooklyn's car seat everywhere. We're going camping tomorrow without the Irish Pirate Queen, so it's a little bit busy in here. Give me a second. I got to satisfy my pussy. Hello, how are you? Is this what you're looking for now, finally? You're like, oh, right, it's late. I need to eat, damn it. Well, I told you were going to be hungry. You didn't listen to me. There you go. Smooth loaf. Get it in ya. Good girl. Yuck. Clean off the spoon. Clean off the spoon. Ooh. Okay. That's done. Hi. How are you? Hey there, Trace. How are you? Welcome to the live chat. Oh, is True Seeker taking off? Have yourself a fantastic evening. Thank you for being here. Do I ever use dipping sauces for boiled eggs? I got Penny hair all over me. No, I don't. I just use salt and pepper. Box Van Home Solutions. Have yourself a fantastic weekend as well. Thank you for stopping by. Rebecca had to subscribe again as well. I have to wait for you to come on. Well, thank you for resubscribing. I wonder what that did to the subscriber count out of curiosity. Let's just see. So I'm just going to check this real quick, unless, of course, my YouTube app closed itself. So before we started doing these shouts, we were at 36,140. I'm just going to refresh it. We are at 42, so not so bad. Okay, so not as crazy as I thought it was. Oh, and also, just so y'all know, everybody's like, where's Amber? Where's Amber? Where's Amber? I would just like everybody to know that yesterday's video did not do well. So you want to see Amber, you need to get out there. You need to actually watch the video, because when the videos perform that poorly, that speaks volumes to the creator. Just putting that out there. Okay, and moving right along. She bathes herself quite frequently. We're talking about Penny, right? Oh, do I bathe Penny or give her a spray sometimes? No, I don't need to. She's a very tidy cat. I watched a couple of my cats back in the day. They were not fans of that, which in turn made me not a big fan of it. But you got to be careful washing cats. They create a natural oil from their skin to keep their coats shiny, and too much washing can destroy that. Lynn Valenti, good night to you, my dear. Thank you for being here. Uh-oh. Ian, you're spoiling me, sir. Got to head off. Good to see everyone. Matthew, this is for the last 2 live streams I missed. Thanks for all of your support, encouragement, and the odd giggle. Well, you're welcome, sir. I do try to give you a tickle on the underbelly every once in a while. That is very generous, Ian. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much, sir. You enjoy your weekend. Try to keep cool down there and don't let all the blood go to your head. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you, Helen. I appreciate that. Good night. Good luck with the tire. Oh, I hope to see the quality content. Have a good weekend, Dan. The dog wash on Elbow near Anderson turned into a weed shop priority. Yeah, that was a while ago. And I just now had to resubscribe, says Celeste. Very interesting. Peculiar, peculiar, peculiar. I don't know. Which calm down, Ian. Try to get my channel banned. Unacceptable. Penny, do not go in the car seat. With the lint roll that. You've got a whole bed to lay. I'll be right back. You've got a whole bed to lay on. You don't need to be in Brooklyn's car seat. Are you crazy? Come on, out of there. That is not for you. The pirate princess needs her stuff pristine. You've got a whole van to lounge around in. God, unbelievable. Okay. Vivor tent leaked, returning it. Yeah, well, that's what you get for getting a Vivor tent. I mean, I don't know. Do I try to keep meals to 1 a day? No, not especially. I usually just try my best, and I don't always succeed, to do the intermittent fasting, which is eating between the hours of 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. for me. That's usually what I try to do. There are definite days. Today I am like fasting a little bit more, although I did have toast and yogurt. Because I may or may not, there's no proof, so we don't know. I've had McDonald's twice yesterday. It was tasty, but not really worth it. Yeah. Oh, yes. Sorry, Jackie. That's a very good point. We should all actually. I'm gonna do one better. Hang on. Ian did just What the hell? There it is. Okay, I'm gonna grab this. Not that, you goofball. This. So, One Aussie Adventure, he was just very generous with his super chat there. He has recently started posting to his YouTube channel. I'm going to share a link into the chat right now. If you want to check him out and go give him a follow or a subscribe, there's no guarantee that you're going to stay subscribed. But there it is. I'm going to share that on screen. Hopefully you guys can click that. If not, just search for One Aussie's Adventure on YouTube and check him out. Yeah, he's a nomad in the making down there in the land down under. He doesn't throw any shrimp on the bobby. Do I know if Revita has any sugar-free teas? No. But I mean, they're only, as far as I know, they're just sweetened with organic honey and then whatever sugar is in the concentrated juice that they use to flavor it. But other than that, no exclusively sugar-free. You don't want to be drinking that sweetener crap anyway. How's my back feeling, Melissa? It's doing fairly well. It was quite sore this morning when I woke up. I think I'm still adjusting to the mattress and lucky, but it needs to get broken in. But I had physical therapy first thing this morning, and that definitely helped sort it out. And now sitting in my swivel seat is making this live stream a lot easier too. Thank you for asking, and thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Do you ever get mice or spiders in your van? Spiders, yes. We've never had a mouse in here. I'd like to think that the inclusion of the fat pussy helps keep mice away. You would think. Well, so far. You would wither away. Amber, you can eat whatever you want and you stay rail thin. Shut up. Not everybody has this insane deal with the devil body style that you do. But it might also be that you mostly eat McDonald's and there's no nutritional value in that. Could go either way. I don't know. Or the frozen dinners. Don't believe him, Ashley. He's lying. The car seat is the most comfy for cats. Yeah, I know. What are you doing up there? Do you need to get to your litter box? Because it's under here. Please don't poop on top of it. That'd be a bad day for everybody. Go to Wendy's. Double JBC. Yeah, Wendy's is all right. You okay back there? You want some treats? You still fussy fuss? Come here. You want these? Come on. You know, I'm not bringing them to you. You can do a little bit of cardio. Yeah, that is why she's always cold. You're right. Just because no strings attached as to what you should use it for. Well, Boreal, that's nice. That's very kind. Thank you. I appreciate that, sir. The super chat is very, very generous of you. I appreciate being allowed to do whatever the F I want with it. You the man. Don't just sit there and meow. Come get the treats. She's just, can I even, look at this. She's just sitting there. This is the state of my house. Why is a poop bucket on the bed? Whatever. All right, get you here. Whoa. Do I ever eat at the Denny's by Hotel Walmart? I have. Denny's sucks. Denny's is horrible. It used to be great. It was a great place to go at 3 a.m. after shutting down the bar, but it has gone downhill and it is piss poor quality. I still do like the odd moons over my hammy sandwich, but even it is not the best. But yes, I've gone there too frequently. Let's put it that way. No touchy the computer. What happened to the $2.99 Grand Slam too? Oh, Chad sounds like Amber. She's always memorizing the cheap prices and be like, that shit just went up by 6 cents. What world are we living in? Chad and Amber would get along great. Forget about Shane, Amber. Penny, cardio. Huh, you're right. I'm not camping and I'm not at Walmart. Melody, but thank you for watching. Oh yeah, Benny's. I just had Benny's with just Cam and his Jeep the other morning. It was great. The place is delicious. Well, their breakfast food's good. I had their burger. It's not the best. It's pretty bland, but their breakfast is great. Yeah, forget about me, Amber, says Shane. He's too busy with Ashley anyway. Just wait until you get old. Tracy's like, shit's gonna catch up with you. Oh my goodness gracious. McDonald's meat never really tasted good, in my opinion. It is what it is. The cheeseburger's the cheeseburger, isn't it? I don't know. Right in the McDonald's parking lot, because as soon as actually I need to take a quick break. Be right back. How funny would it be if I came back and had a cheeseburger in my hand? It's not going to happen, but that would be hilarious. BRB. Enjoy the video. You and me both, Shane. You and me both, sir. Okay. Where were we? Oh, did we lose somebody? Was that Teresa? Was she out? Have yourself a fantastic weekend, my dear. I'm not at a campground. Have I ever had takeaways delivered to your van? It would be funny to do. No, I haven't done it yet. I know. Skip your dishes to the van. I've never done that personally. It's crossed my mind for sure. And I know it is possible, but no, I've never done it. Content, baby. Quality content. In your prime, Nancy. We went to Denny's after our wedding reception. The hostess looked at me in my wedding dress and said, "Didn't you have someplace better to be?" It would be funny if she had looked at your husband and like, really? No, I'm just kidding. That's kind of funny though, but it's also kind of cute. Like, whatever. Should have gone to a Waffle House. I like Waffle House. Oh, I've been to Waffle House once when I was in Texas. Yeah, Houston. Do you know if Tim Hortons is to Canada as Starbucks is? Oh, Tim Hortons is to the US. Do they serve food other than coffee and bagels? Tim Hortons serves all kinds of food. Well, they like chili and sandwiches and flatbreads and chicken sandwiches and all that good stuff. But we also have Starbucks here. I think the equivalent is more like not Baskin Robbins. Dunkin' Donuts is more of an equivalent to Tim Hortons because we don't really have those here. There was a white spot in Calgary up until a while, not too long ago. I didn't mind. It was pretty good. Their steak sucked, though. Oh, weird place to share. Never. Jennifer says, I just found out I'm going to be a grandma today, and I want to scream the excitement from the rafters. Baby coming, developing 2025. Congratulations, Jennifer. That is pretty cool. Anytime you get to welcome into the world a little bundle of joy and to be a grandmother. I don't know how you're going to be a grandmother when you're only 36 years old. That's crazy. Your big congratulations to you, my dear, and to the parents to be. Oh, Dutch Brothers. I've heard of that, but yes. When do we get to hear about the ring around your neck? One day. Nancy, let us know how you feel. Starbucks can suck it. I mean, they are overpriced. Yeah, I'm not even that big into coffee. I mean, her name is Happy Coffee Van Life, and she doesn't even drink Starbucks. How old was I when I was in Texas? Who wants to know, Amber? Shut up. Old enough. That's when I went to a Waffle House. I was there in, when was I there? 2015? Season 46 is when we will find out. Is that about the ring? Is that what you mean, Clint? Good night, Nanetta McNeil. You have yourself a fantastic weekend. Yeah, see, even Kevin doesn't like Starbucks, for God's sake. And he likes his coffee. Probably more so than Amber does. Unbelievable. All right, everybody. Well, here's the final call. We're going to do this. We'll push this for 4 hours, which means we got just under 20 minutes left. So let's get in all of our anecdotes and pleasantries now. If you've got any more questions that you want to ask me, throw them into the chat with the big old 3 capital Qs, and I will do my best to answer them. Other than that, we're just going to chill out, burn the clock down, and send everybody on their way for a fantastic weekend. Am I still blocked? Oh, on my phone? Yes. And you're about to be blocked here too. Look at this. This is the best. This is going to be the best 5 minutes of my life. Oh, it's so quiet. Can we just hang on? Just listen. Okay. Do I need more cookies? What? Oh, for Penny? No, she's got lots. Oh, Roxanne means chocolate chip cookies. No, those were so good. I don't need any more. Quick, call the police. What happens next? Oh, you mean Monday, like when my next vlog comes out? Fair enough. Shane, thank you, Matt. We needed that peace and quiet from Amber. Terry Hazen, have yourself a fantastic weekend. Look at you wordsmith, you. Oh yeah, she's always starved for attention. She's trying to get in the back door, but we all know how that goes. She can't get it open. Are you in an intermittent hailstorm? Right? No kidding. Alrighty. Well, you know what? I said I'd let it go till the top of the hour, but this is a good time to say in the night because then certain people are locked the F out. Oh, we got one more. Kim, what was the paint called you put on Lucky? It's rocker guard paint, just beige rocker guard. Made for your rocker panels, but I put it on the entire vehicle. So do I ever get mice in my van? No. If I did, I'm imagining Penny would get rid of them because she got rid of them in my mother's basement. So yeah, she should be filming for a new video. Don't hold your breath, Kevin. You'll die if you're waiting for that. Anyway, Chad, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thanks for being understanding. Sorry for sorry for the ban, but I mean, it actually ended up being what I wanted it to be, which was just funny because you made an emoji and then you went to the dark place. Ashley is very familiar with it, and Amber is currently there. So thank you very much for hanging out, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. New vlog dropping on Monday as per usual, and it's June. In my mind, it is now officially summer. June, July, August. That's summer. I don't care about any of these nonsensical dates that are imparted on us. Those are the summer months. So here we go. Summer 2024. Let's do it right. Until the next one, everybody just go out there, be happy, be creative, be yourselves. Most importantly, be positive. And remember, only dead fish go with the flow.